I can't see a thing.
Go on, Rita, baby. Now that sounds really groovy. I tell you what, let's sing. Well, his eyes do see bricks safe and sound. After all he's been around, and in my view he should be crowned the king of limbo. Well, he's had his ups and he's had his downs. He's had his smiles and he's had his frowns. But I still say he should be crowned the king of limbo.
What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But I could use your help in any way. He took his courage to the brink. If it were me, I would turn to drink. Well, that's the reason I think he should be the king of limbo.
Yeah, he had to face enough sins, but at least he kept his leggy limbs. I think that we should be crowning him the king of limbo. Take it away with you, baby. That's cool.
What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But I could use your help in any way. We've all had fun, you must agree. Even though interactively, but now we feel that Brick should be the king of limbo. I do ups, I do be do ups, I do ups, I do be do ups, I do ups, I do be do ups, the king of limbo. I do ups, I do be do ups, I do ups, I do be do ups, I do ups, I do be do ups, king of limbo.
Alrighty, I am very tired. Hello, Devin. Welcome. Alright. So, I know I was asked by Ash to stream the Pokemon Direct. Not only was I busy, it was dog shit. So, you know, I mean, what were you expecting, really? Oh, virtual game cards added. Thank you. Plug them in one at a time. Very nice. Okay. Let's start with FireRed. What was I doing in ZA? Saving? What the fuck? Okay. No! There we go. Alright, let's see how this emulates. I mean, it basically looks like it would have if it was on the Wii U, pretty much. So, I played these games a long time ago for the channel. That's why I'm not going to take this super seriously. They did confirm that there would be Pokemon Home integration, for what it's worth. What happened? New microtransactions? Wait, for what? I actually don't know what you're talking about. For what? Pokemon? The Pokemon Direct? Nothing really. They just announced Pokopia. They showed off Pokemon Sleep. Pokemon Champions finally has a release date. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't anything major. You didn't miss anything. So yeah, basically this was meant to be like was it the 10-year anniversary? It was like the 8th year anniversary of Pokemon. So that's why they kind of treat you as if you don't know what you're doing. It was meant to be like a return to form to introduce people who maybe played Gen 1 and 2. To have them hop in. As well as to be accessible for kids. So yeah. Yeah, no, they showed off Pokemon Wind and Waves or whatever. Look, man, you already know. I'm tired. Do you think I give a shit? Boy. The usual. I mean, look. This is nice. I'm not going to complain about this. I just don't know why they didn't bring... Yeah, I don't know why they don't just bring over all the other GBA games. Like, what? You could drop it any day of the year. Think about that. Green. I don't like the all caps, but all caps is standard in Gen 3. That's like one of the few things I don't like, is that all caps was standard. I kind of wish this was a slightly altered version of it, but it's quite literally the original emulator. The only thing that they're going to do is let you dump Pokemon out of Gen 1. Sorry, into Pokemon Home, I think it is. Alright, we get a free potion. Hey look, it's an NES. Imagine being a Zoomer and this is your first game. An NES? What the fuck is that? Hey, wait, don't go out. No! Don't go! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in the tall grass. You'll need your own Pokemon for protection. Alright. Actually, oh, they did modify this. Okay, I wasn't being totally honest. They did change it. You could get the Aurora ticket and the mystery ticket, or whatever it is. So you could get, I think, Deoxys. And what else does it give you again? I can't remember. You get the Mystic ticket and the Aurora ticket. I forget what they give you specifically. Yeah, and Wind and Waves isn't out till next year. So I was like, dude, why don't they have some fucking ZA DLC? Of course not. It's Deoxys and so someone basically did a speed run of this, because obviously this is not a new game, and they give you the Aurora ticket and the Mystic ticket right after you beat the Elite Four. They just inject it into your fucking game. That's the only thing, to my knowledge, that they have modified about this, except for Pokemon Home interaction eventually. Alright, there's 3 Pokemon, blah blah blah. When I was young, you were whatever, but now you're a boomer, so let me have free shit. Be patient, Green. You could have one too. Oh, which one will you choose? Alright. No. Not taking Squirtle. We take the only one that matters. And yes, these starters can be shiny, but do you want to sit here and farm 8,192 odds? Of course not. That would be ridiculous. So he takes the one that we're weak to. So Bulbasaur gets to sit on the table for eternity. Quirky nature. Alright, not terrible. I could live with that. Okay. Wait, let's check out our Pokemon. There's a slight chance you actually lose this fight, so that's why I saved first. There is a slight possibility that you do lose this fight. And I kind of want to get the experience so I don't get walled by Brock. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy. You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Pokemon battles when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. I think they literally prevent you from winning or from losing in Gen 8. I don't think you could lose the battle against Hop, right? They basically level you up to give you your stab move. Oh my god. Charmander, please, we just started. Save it for Misty. Damn. Rourke came out the gate with boxing gloves strapped on. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money, your Pokemon will grow. Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Malcolm, Gramps, smell you later. Excellent. Do we get the running shoes now? I don't know, not yet. I would never bench my starter Pokemon in a game like this. I never bench my starter in like any Pokemon playthrough. He doesn't have to worry about that. Basically, you get a free fucking slot if you're a starter Pokemon. Have I ever not used a starter Pokemon in a single Pokemon playthrough? I think the only one I benched was it the Umbreon in Pokemon Coliseum? Oh, and they basically made Pokemon XD available on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass, but Coliseum is not available, and I don't know why. No one knows why that's the case at all. They basically just made sure that, oh well, this is available but not anything else. Like XD is the sequel, Coliseum is not available at all. I don't know. Okay. Plus we can't even bench him right now even if we wanted. Very nice. Oh boy, my memory of these games is a little whatever. Yeah, look, I don't know, man. For a company that makes billions of dollars a year just re-releasing old shit or updated formulas of old shit, I will never understand what their allergy is to re-releasing old Pokemon games. Like, I would have the Nintendo Classics library available for both subscription and download at all times forever. Especially in the modern era where you could just download ROMs, I would have had this shit available ages ago for forever. So yeah. Yeah, I only take my starter out if I'm forced to. So like in ZA, there's some battles where you have to use only one Pokemon, and obviously Meganium isn't like a flying or a poison type or whatever it was, so I just don't end up using it. As my old Pokemon seem to be growing more attached. You must be talented, bro. All I did was walk there and back. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. It's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Gramps! I almost forgot. What did you call me for? All right, I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. LeafGreen, take these with you. And unfortunately, because these games are like islands, it's impossible to complete the decks in them. You can complete the basic decks, but you're going to have to actually physically trade because there's no way to get all the starters. Even if you have one console, you can only move Pokemon from these games into home, not back out. So you're actually going to have to physically trade with someone on another Switch to get all the starters. And then I guess, what else? The legendary dogs. I'll borrow a town map. Anyway. Yeah, I have all of my Pokemon cartridges still, man. It was your game regardless if it belonged to your older brother. Yeah, I feel that. Not having siblings definitely does help. I will say that. It's kind of nice. Yeah, this will help. This is missable. Use the town map to find out where you are or check the names of places. I forget how you get the running shoes. It's been a while. Oh, Lord. Alright, I don't know what team we're going to build. It's a Rattata. We're not going for... So because we cannot get every Pokemon in the game, this will not be a Living Dex playthrough. I'm just letting everyone know now. There's no point because it's impossible in this game to get every Pokemon without trading. In fact, there's some Pokemon you can't even get... unless you trade with like Ruby and Sapphire. Basically all the Gen 3 Pokemon you can't get, more or less. So there's no reason for me to do a 100% playthrough of this game. It's physically impossible unless I go on my other Switch and then buy it again. And I don't even think you could trade between the different languages because that would be the easy thing to do. So you probably need to have a second Switch account just to play Pokemon, which I wouldn't like hate, you know, like I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just don't have that. So yeah, I'm really sorry, man. Like, you know, it really sucks, especially since in the modern era, all your Pokemon could be very easily like backed up or something. You know what I mean? Like, you basically, if you had just kept it for a few more years, you could have just put them into home or something. So me, all my Pokemon up from Gens 3 to 7. Oh my God! Please stop. I have backed them up on my other DS. Just in case, right? But now I'm in the process of moving them all onto home, and I guess I could show that. Well, that's a pain because it's on the other Switch. Am I gonna lose if I... Oh, yeah, so yeah, they added a help system. If you press L or R, it would come up, basically. So basically, like I said, these were meant for people who had never played Pokemon before, basically. Thank you. Or if they had, it's been like, you know, 10 years or some shit, you could hop in and play this to kind of get your bearings again. Okay, take your Pokemon. I need to change a couple things in the options. Yeah, I still have my Pokemon Sapphire. It's my oldest surviving Pokemon playthrough. Okay. What? Stereo. And you don't have a ton of great frames. Let's put on Fire. L equals A, and we'll leave it on Help. L equals A is good if you want to play with like one hand or something, generally. Oh, you do. I'm trying to memorize all my notes. Shuri, what's on the blackboard? Is it statuses? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna come out over here to Route 22 because there's a specific Pokemon I'd like to catch. We're gonna make this the most basic bitch playthrough possible. Everyone say hello to the number 2 star of this playthrough. And they did also show off that you will be able to transfer in and out of ZA, which I thought wasn't going to be a thing. They did show that off on the Direct, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Alright, say hello to number 2. Pretty much most of these Pokemon will be able to use in ZA someday, if I had space in ZA. Amazing. Mankey. What do you even get if you max out the dex in this game? I actually have no idea. Alright. Oh no. You're working on your Pokedex. Let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates. I do know how to catch. I have a fucking Mankey. I just caught it. No! Where does he even find a Weedle? Damn Boomer. Sceptile, Swallow, Rayquaza, Hariyama, Mawile. I think I had a Cradily. Man, what a team that is. It's the nostalgia, dude. I was going through the Gen 3 Pokemon trying to remember all the ones I had on my main team. I feel that. I do. Let's see. I think you have to use your Pokemon Home Rojo, Fuego, and Verde Hoja. There you go, Teachy TV. Alright. Escarlata. Purpura. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I remember I had a Blaziken I basically beat like the majority of Pokemon Ruby with in my original playthrough of it. That was a long time ago, though. Unfortunately, this is not ZA. We will not be using Weedle. I mean, the last time I played a game like this, was it on stream? I guess it was on stream. And then I remember I did the Let's Go Eevee playthrough a long time ago. I don't know if anyone who would watch this remembers that, but I did a playthrough of Let's Go Eevee, obviously, ages ago. And I didn't really like the catch mechanics, needless to say. But what was fun was getting to replay it in like a different manner. Do not poison me on day 1, please. Thank you. Damn Weedle. Very nice. Trying to look for a Pikachu because we're gonna need all the help we can get against Starmie. Oh lord. Either that or we have to over level for it. Basically the early game is the biggest wall for Charmander. Also, I guess I should probably mention this. What starter you pick also determines what legendary Johto dog will roam Kanto later. So take your pick basically. If you pick you can always get the dog that's weak to whatever your type is. So for example, because I picked Charmander, I get Suicune. Remember, if this is not patched, they still have the roaming Pokemon glitch in this game. So what happens is that when a Pokemon that roams uses a move that ends the battle, the game does not correctly respawn it in roaming mode, and it just deletes the Pokemon from the game. That is likely still a bug in this game, and there needs to be a huge PSA about that for people who have never played this before. Thank you. The game does not properly recreate the roaming event like it would in, I think, Gen 2. For some reason, they didn't really do it correctly in Gen 3, because in Gen 2, I think they could roar and it's no problem. The only legendary dog that does not learn roar by level 40, or whatever level you encounter it by, is, oh my god, terrible fucking nature. Actually, god tier nature. Yo, okay, the natures ain't that bad, but we're retiring this Caterpie as soon as possible. The only legendary dog that does not learn roar via level up is Suicune. So Charmander will never encounter this bug, but it will ruin your save file if you encounter Raikou if you have Squirtle and Entei if you have Bulbasaur. It will ruin your save file, 100%. You will lose out on it. So hopefully, you know, all the Poke YouTubers are busy making their actual clickbait videos. This is one time for your clickbait to really go to help somebody, because you might actually prevent someone from losing their Pokemon. If that Pokemon uses Roar, hit the home button and get the fuck out, because if you save your game, you have fucked your save file. Same thing if you defeat any other legendaries. I don't think it was until Gen 4 when if you defeat a legendary, it would come back. I think what they made is that if you beat the Elite Four, it like refreshes world events. So you know, yeah, now is the time for big Poketubers to run out and, you know, make their clickbait. Because it wouldn't even be clickbait, because it is a bug with the game, and if they did not fix that, given that they pretty much changed nothing besides making events available, now is the fucking time to do it, homie. I'm just letting everyone know, right? Maybe there'll be 2 people out here that ever watch this video. Congratulations, you now know that there is a huge bug in this version of the game. It exists in every version of Pokemon FireRed, LeafGreen. It's on Bulbapedia. Go look it up. Yes, or you could use the Master Ball, which is what I would recommend. There's nothing else to Master Ball in this game. Everything else is renewable, farmable, or you could just save scum. So, yeah, don't fuck that up. You're welcome. I guess there's certain Pokemon that are one-time Pokemon. There's 2 Snorlaxes, basically. That's some of the only Pokemon that are, you know, limited. You get one Lapras as well. There's also other things, like there's Altering Cave in the Sevii Islands. I don't know if that's gonna work, actually. So maybe what I'll do is I'll buy, I probably need to make a new Pokemon account, I guess, if I'm going to trade with myself, because I don't think I'll be able to buy it on Switch 1. Which isn't a big deal. I think I have another Nintendo account when I was making multiple Xenoblade saves, because back in the day you couldn't have them. So maybe I'll do that. You kind of need multiple profiles on your Switch anyway, because 3 save files is so fucking little, man. We need to stop pretending like we need to have arbitrary limits on the amount of save files at this point. Like, do you know what year it is, dude? You know how many hundreds of gigabytes you have in storage, man? Like, Pokemon, I get it. They don't want you to just duplicate your fucking save file over and over and over again. But yeah. Yeah, I would like them to release all the other games. I think that would be nice, but I mean, do you need me to tell you that? Like, Think about it. They charge 20 bucks for this. So like if they were to put up the entire Gen 3 collection, that's $100 right there at that rate. Latios does not have that bug because there's no way for you to roar and end it. I think Latios has to roar and end it. I'm not sure how the roaring Pokemon glitch works. I'm not sure how that works at all. Yeah, I kind of wish this was just 10. You know, like the other GBA games were like $8 on the Wii U. I think that's kind of fair. You know what I mean? Like $8, okay, that's kind of reasonable. 10, okay, a little up there, but whatever. I could live with 10. Whatever. I paid the high premium. It's for the channel. It's whatever. And once I'm done with it, I'll just dump all the Pokemon into Pokemon Home. But basically, you're not done with it till you catch all the legendaries, all 3 birds, Mewtwo, and I guess Deoxys. And what does the Mystic ticket give you? Is that what you get to go to Ho-Oh and Lugia? Yeah, the rest of the world can finally get a Deoxys on their Switch without a 3DS or Pokemon Go. This will be the first time you can actually get Deoxys without having access to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And honestly, if they had released Coliseum, they could have done the same thing with Jirachi. But it's funny, and I guess maybe I could log on to my Pokemon Home since I used to do it all the time on those Arceus streams. I actually imported a whole bunch of Pokemon. I have a whole bunch more to import. I just haven't gotten around to it. And speaking of which, let me make sure this stays charged and doesn't die. I might still do my one playthrough of Calo and XD. Like the last runs ever. And also, I don't know if they confirmed that XD and Coliseum will have a Pokemon Home compatibility. I don't know if they will. I don't think I found every legendary because I was kidding, didn't look up, so I randomly found Latios, and my friend told me how to get the Regis. Yeah, the Regis, I have to look it up because they changed it in Emerald and I can't remember all of it. There's like 6 different things to do to get them. And remember, back then they expected you to get the Regis and then go play Diamond and Pearl and bring the Regis in so you could catch Regigigas. But yeah, I had guides when I was a kid, so I knew where the legendaries were. But yeah, you know, it was work. You just had to do a bunch of shit, you know. It's not. It's more like the catch rates are so low in these early gens. You just have to save scum. Like you could literally throw Pokeballs for like half of a Pokemon's like battle time, and just never get even more than 1 shake. And that's one of the things I realized when I was playing a lot of these games. I was like, dude, I'm literally just sitting here spamming Pokeballs over and over and over and over and over again. It's not 10 minutes, it's 1 minute. You literally just keep the text box open for 1 minute, and then it opens. It's not 10 minutes. There is that one where you have to run a lap, you have to walk a lap around the room. I don't know if you have to do it in like a certain time limit, but you know, you don't have to, it's not that hard. Maybe I should try to complete the Kanto Dex. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. It would just require me to buy it, one of these versions again. Because I'm going to need to get Ditto. I think, yeah, you could get Ditto in this game. This is where you could first get Ditto. And then you could trade it back to Ruby and Sapphire so you could breed the Hoenn starters. But there's no way to get the Hoenn starters in this game at all, so... That's why Coliseum, and by the way, Charmander learns Metal Claw almost exclusively in this game, I believe, just so you could beat Brock, because otherwise Charmander struggles with Brock. But I think it's still better to use Ember, because even with the stab, Ember, I think, just does more damage, if I'm not mistaken. $40... This is $50. What is stab again? 1.5 times? So this is actually a 60 base power move. But it hits special defense, which Brock is really bad against. So I think it's actually better to just Ember. Well, I don't know actually. How does the math work out? Because they resist. Yeah, maybe it is better. Maybe Metal Claw is better. I'm not too sure about that actually. We're gonna have the most insane playthrough trying to complete the decks in this, genuinely. Also, you cannot get Umbreon and Espeon in this game without Coliseum or the Hoenn games, because there's no time of day in this game. It's one of the features that's missing. So yeah, you really can't complete the decks in this. It's really unfortunate. Like, we could get trade evolutions, and there's friendship evolutions you can get after you beat the Elite Four, but we really kind of can't do a ton, actually. It sucks. These games are on an island, and I really wish, like, at least the GBA games could kind of interact with each other, because then that way there'd be, like, a reason to do it, and there just is none. Now, here's the Light Years trainer. They're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. Let's test it. How much damage does Ember do? Because this is like the highest level Pokemon we've fought so far. Yeah, okay, so that's what, like oh, shit. This is going to mess up the calc. What is that, like a quarter? Just over a quarter? Ah, yeah, that's better. Alright, I don't know if it's better after using Defense Curl, but we could try. Yeah, it's a KO no matter what I do, because he's in the red. And he's too slow. What I really want to do is I really want a Johto remake again. Like, I really want to play Johto. I don't know what it is, man. Something about Johto just... I don't know, man. It just makes me feel so happy. Thanks. I think Sandshrews' biggest problem is that it doesn't even have a good offensive move, really. It's just a normal type with a ground typing. Until endgame. Sandshrew is definitely one of those Pokemon that absolutely needs, like, a boost in some capacity. 100%. So you're here, I'm Brock, I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. Pooh-ha-ha! You're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. He doesn't do the Wakanda Forever pose in this game. I don't know why they changed that. He used to be shirtless and doing that. And then he does it in Let's Go and he doesn't do it in this game. You even know, like, a good move against fire? Alright, that's what we want to see. Hello, Viv. Very nice. Okay. Onyx is actually really fast, but we outspeed it, so that's pretty funny. Dude, what is this fucking double attack up? Oh, we didn't catch a Pikachu. Damn. I have to go back and do that. We're going to be in such trouble for Misty. Misty is such an early game wall. Took you for granted. Prove your victory. I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. Alright, makes your Pokemon more powerful. Enables use of the move Flash outside of battle. Alright, I don't even know where you get Flash in this game. Take this with you. TM Technical Machine contains a technique for Pokemon. Alright, TM is good only for one use. So when you use one, pick the yeah, welcome back to the old days. Rock Tomb. Should I just try to... I think the biggest wall in the Hoenn games... It's got to be Tate and Liza. I feel like even Winona is not good against Blaziken. Even with a type advantage. Like, most of her Pokemon just don't really do much to it. But I could be wrong about that. I can't remember. This is over this. Thank you, the running shoes. Here we go. It's not from your mom in this game. That's an emerald. Press B to run, but only where there's room to run. Bye. It's a letter attached. Dear Malcolm, here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up. Oh, your mom does give it to you. Okay, never mind. Just indirectly. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? Oh my god. Damn. I didn't heal after this. Whoops. I gotta go back. I gotta heal. You think it's possible to get past Misty with just a Charmeleon? Because I'm kind of lazy and I don't really want to go back for Pikachu. Even, I think Misty is just a really, really bad early game wall. Like, Brock you could kind of get by because his AI isn't amazing and his Pokemon have, like, weaknesses now to all three starters. But Misty is kind of rough because even Bulbasaur has a poison typing, and because of that, Bulbasaur can get hit with Confusion for, like, decent damage. So I think that's one of the biggest problems is, you could just end up being shit out of luck, man. Wait, no Premier Balls in this game? Yo, are they bugging? We always have one escape rope. Okay, that's all our money. Always have one escape rope just in case. I remember getting stuck in Victory Road because you could dead end yourself in Victory Road and you have to faint all your Pokemon to get out. Good times. I saw you in Viridian Forest. Ooh. I forgot to heal. I don't even think I knew about Premium Balls until Violet. Oh, you're playing Pokemon? Yeah, Pokemon, dude. Pokemon. Yeah, I knew about Premier Balls. It's just I never really used them and I never understood like a fascination with them because I never had like tons of money in a Pokemon game until like Gen 7. So I would just catch Pokemon and whatever worked. That's actually something I also kind of started doing when, you know, when I started doing playthroughs, is I was like, oh, let's just catch Pokemon in the most ridiculous Pokeballs. And okay, that's not totally true because the Lugia that I have from Heart Gold, I caught in a Premier Ball because I knew I would only catch it once. And back then, that's like a comically like difficult thing to do. And I caught it on the last turn before it KO'd via struggle. And I remember I have that Lugia to this day. Okay, very nice. What could we even really do to Starmie? It's gonna have Water Pulse. I don't think I'll be able to get like... You didn't want a shiny black Charizard? What do you mean? I'm not farming for a shiny, are you kidding me? I already have shiny Charmander. I have it in like 3 other games. There's literally no reason for me to go out and waste time doing that. That would be so silly. Oh yeah, and you can only get 1 fossil per playthrough as well. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out this Switch situation of mine. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I like shorts. It's like modern day. I like turtles. Do you understand the shiny odds in this game are absolutely dog shit? I know you know that, right? Shiny odds in this Pokemon game are 1 in 8,192. And in the time it takes for you to like just enter a battle and see 1 Pokemon, it'll take you way too fucking long, man. That's why you find so many shinies in Arceus and ZA, because even without the charm and all the other things to lower the odds, you just run by more Pokemon per hour than you would playing these games. That's why. Like Arceus, you just fly around the map. Oh, there's a shiny. Like literally. Oh, there's a shiny. There you go. If we find a shiny in this game, I don't know what the fuck I'll do. Okay? But remember, there's no saving once a shiny spawns on the overworld. This is like back to Sword and Shield and BDSP. That's actually an Arceus thing where you could see a shiny and then like plan your approach. You can't do that. We should really one character this entire game, huh? I did find a shiny in Ruby. It was a shiny Geodude. I found a shiny in Heart Gold. I took a picture of it because I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. I was in Mount Moon. It was a Geodude as well. And you know, my first thought when I run into a Geodude was, oh fuck, I didn't have up a Repel. Are you serious? I was on my way to look at the Clefairy. They have like a Clefairy event in the Johto games on Monday. I was on my way to look at it, and then I think my Repel wore off. And I was like, oh, fuck, run. Dude, it was a shiny Geodude. I almost dropped my fucking controller, or my DS. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what the new Pokemon churro look like, man. Asking me how I feel about Pokemon is like a waste of time at this point. No disrespect to any of y'all, but look, I've ranted about this stupid fucking company across probably almost half a thousand videos, like 500 videos, man. I'm tired. I just don't even care anymore. That look you gave me, I'm looking at the wall, bitch. What are you talking about? No idea what you're talking about. Ow. I think we're gonna have problems later. Get all the experience we can, because I'm gonna try to bulldoze Misty with this Pokemon. This is not gonna work. This is gonna be a colossal disaster. I'm saying this one looks like they use all their money on suing people this time. I really wish they would stop pissing around money and actually make a Pokemon game with stuff in it, but you know. I don't know. I like the Legends games because for the most part you could just play them on your own. And I think that the Legends games genuinely make more fun content. And like I would like a Legends game that does have the traditional plot and like another plot line, you know? Like I want to be able to go around and collect the gym badges and then go fight the trainers and stuff. I would love that. That would be dope. But I also like that the Legends games aren't afraid to have like different plot lines and story. I think that's what makes it really cool. Hopefully they see how well this does, because it's a Pokemon game. It's going to do well. Hopefully they see how well this does, and then they just decide to release all the other Pokemon games on Switch too. Like, the Game Boy and Game Boy Color ones are already done. You already just removed the 3DS compatibility. You don't even add a menu. These are just straight ROMs, like it would have been on the Wii U, basically. Now that you have the infrastructure of Pokemon Home, it's like a no-brainer. I want a new Crystal game? Yeah, good luck. I want a new Johto game too. I think Legends Johto could be a crazy fucking cool game. But clearly the Legends game isn't just to denote like a time period. It's also just in general. It's like, oh, well, you know, we could have Legends whatever, you know? It could be a sequel to a game that already came out. I'm fine with that. That's why I think the Legends games are cooler, because they have more freedom to create, you know? That matters a lot more to me. Jigglypuff is normal type in this game, by the way. It's not fairy. Or not normal fairy, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I would do 3 more playthroughs. 1 with each of the starters. Easily. And all they have to do is just, and think about it. There's locked content in Pokemon right now because you can't play like the different event Pokemon. You can't play the, what's the event called? What's the event called? The, Silver's father. You can't figure out that it's Giovanni anymore. You can't do that event. That was a timed event that no longer exists. The only way to get it is to play, what's it called? Emulator. And you have to probably do a whole bunch of shit to get it active. Again, missed opportunity from the Pokemon Company to just sell the same shit that's already been out for like for a decade and a half or more. I remember playing that and I was blown away. I was like, bro! Because it was a fan theory that Giovanni was his father. Because I think he makes 1 or 2 comments about like his father being a piece of shit, basically. How much money do we have? We should buy the Magikarp. Yeah, we'll buy the Magikarp. Fuck it. This is a terrible idea, but we'll do it. Hello there, laddie. There you go. Thank you. I like how the game even mocks you for buying it. You paid an outrageous 500 Poké Dollars for a Magikarp. It's level 5, right? Yeah. No gender differences in this game, by the way. I think that became a standardized thing in Gen 4. Isn't it funny how if genders existed in Gen 1, Nidoran would probably not be genderless? Because technically Nidoran is genderless. And for the longest time, Nidorina and Nidoqueen could not breed with Nidoran. They just couldn't breed with anything. Yeah, anyway. You a trainer? Better take a rest. A tone from Cerulean takes a lot out of you. Okay. Okay, let's catch a Nidoran. And we will need a fly slave at some point. We will do a ZA thing. I have to go download the mystery gift. I have to remember to do that. Okay. Damn, that's what? Wow, that is insanely fast. I mean, to be fair, the Game Boy Advance was what, just a portable SNES with like slightly better stuff. Look at how fast that was. That blew my mind. I was like, what? Don't you just love HR gaming industry? Where is that coming from? We're playing a game from before the HR gaming industry. HOA. Trying to find Nidoran again. I'm sorry. Okay. Live cuckolding. Damn. Alright, whatever. Anything on these rocks? I don't think this Pokemon Center exists in HGSS, does it? You definitely can't fly to it. They remove a lot of flying places. I don't know, whatever. Alright, if I'm gonna have any chance of beating Misty, I'm gonna have to teach Mega Kick. I don't really have much of a choice. Bullet Seed, which will not help me because I don't have a Pokemon that can learn it. No, I will not be catching Paris. I mean, and using it at least. Let's see if I can catch it. Yeah, I could tell the time to toggle through menus is a lot shorter in this game. One time. Dude, that Starmie is a fucking wall. Tochukaso? Oh, yo, I forgot they shift the camera up for that. So Sister's men are in the cave. What about you? Well, canonically, I think you're like 10 or 11 at this point, so I don't think it's me, homie. Just saying. I remember doing that playthrough of XD, and at the end of the game, like in the minor amount of post-game that there was, my Golbat finally evolved into Crobat. Because basically, out of all the 3 or 4 main playthroughs of XD that I did, I pretty much had the same team. I think 2 playthroughs, if not 3 of them, I took Espeon, and then the 1 playthrough I did for the channel, I took Jolteon, because I was like, let's try something different, you know? Let's mix it up. And every time I catch the same couple of Pokemon, I catch fucking Jolteon, or sorry, I catch Zubat in the cave. Something like, I should catch others. It's just, you know, it takes time. I don't want to do that. Very nice. Good job. Literal Pokemon anime moment, you know it. Are we really going to try to complete the decks as much as we can? I'm going to have to fucking do some stuff. Yeah, we also can't get other evolutions without, No, we could breed with Ditto, but we have to wait till the post-game to breed. And I'll have to trade with another Switch, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Oh, this is a KO, isn't it? Nope, perfect. Am I really crazy enough to do this? Trying to think. I gotta figure out this Switch dilemma, man. Oh, Lord. I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. This is a normal type. That's why we'll choose Ember over Metal Claw. Thank you. Miss, please. Good Lord. I like how canonically Red has all 3 starters and Blue has his team as if he has no starter. In like Gen 7 when they show up at the battle tree, I actually thought that was a cool little detail. I love Gen 7. I feel like it just gets shit on way too hard. I think Gen 7 genuinely tried to do a lot of good things. Yeah, I really like fairy typing. I don't know what type they'd add next, honestly. I genuinely don't know. I think fairy was such a good idea when it was introduced. The problem is that the best fairy types were old Pokemon that got new types. I think that's the biggest... Is this the way forward, by the way? I forget. I think that's the biggest problem with fairy types, is that the ones they introduced, like Aromatisse and Spritzy and all these other ones, were bad. Meanwhile, Gardevoir, which was already a popular and strong Pokemon, gets a new lease on life. Clefairy suddenly becomes really good. Suddenly half these Pokemon that you would never take have massive use, because now they all use different typing and they're good against dragons. The problem is that dragons just have way too much strength. So, you know, you do need a bulky fairy type that's also maybe like a little bit whatever. But it's whatever. It's better that they introduce it and they tried it. I never used Tinkaton. Oh, Mawile also got it, and Mawile had a Mega as well. Mawile and Sableye, but they refused to give Flygon a... Oh, we could try this. Oh, Lord. Am I going to really try to smoke screen the fuck out of Starmie? This is not going to work. This is setting myself up for super disaster. We need Starmie to miss like every water pulse, and that's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, is that base stats are just the worst part of Pokemon, because even Mega, some Pokemon just do not have good base stat totals. And that's one of the biggest complaints I have about ZA, is that because Pokemon don't have their abilities, a lot of Pokemon that revolve and rely on their abilities to be good are just not good in ZA. Like, you could use them for the novelty, but there's no real tactics involved. It's just whoever has the best. Like, I started using Salamence. I don't even remember what Mega Salamance's ability is, because it's irrelevant. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't mean anything. Meanwhile, Mega Alteria's ability is Pixelate, which means that its Hyper Voice becomes like a 90 base power stab, which is really good. And because it's not in the game, it sucks. Groudon is doubly weak to water because I don't think its Mega, or rather its Primal Reversion gives that like aura. Well, I forget what it's called, Desolate Land. It doesn't prevent water moves from working. So Mega Groudon is actually insanely weak to water, which is not how it should be. But they, you know. Yeah, Mega Sableye being slow is kind of weird. There's a lot of Pokemon that slow down when they have Megas. So like Garchomp slows when it has a Mega, when it Mega evolves. I don't know if it's Garchomp's Mega is really worth it though. Even though it gains attack, Garchomp doesn't really need more attack. It needs to outspeed its own threats. But I could be wrong, but that's just from my little bit of usage. I'm not a big Garchomp dude. In fact, Dragonite, I'm also not a big Dragonite dude either. My most Dragonite usage is ZA. Basically, I use Salamence, I use Tyranitar before, you know, T-Tar, Metagross, I use those. But Flygon needs that Mega, man. Like, I could think of at least 10 Pokemon that need Megas to become really good, or to be, you know, have a lease on life that's different. And it just sucks because they're gonna not use Megas again. So enjoy ZA while you have it, which is exactly what I plan to do. It's bullshit, but whatever. They're going to introduce some stupid game mechanic instead of balancing the perfectly fine game mechanics they already have. You already know, man. I get a little mad at a lot of Pokemon that don't have evolutions with cool designs with just pathetic stats. Yeah, like every Pokemon should have some gimmick. And that's what they started doing in Gen 8. They started giving half of these Pokemon really cool gimmicks. And instead of just saying like, okay, well, here's this Pokemon's gimmick, here's this Pokemon's gimmick. They were, you know, like there's Cyclizar is that shed tail Pokemon, you know, like all these Pokemon have weird gimmicks and some Pokemon have never been given anything ever. And so they've just been left to rot, basically. And it sucks because if if they had a couple things, they'd be really good. Now, does every Pokemon need a Mega, a Gigantamax, and a fucking, you know, Dynamax? Probably not. Or a Terastallization, sorry. No. I think some Pokemon only need one or the other, but I think every Pokemon should have a couple of things that are good. Like Arbok getting Terrastall Dragon and then becoming a menace with Scale Shot is something I did not expect to see happen. I just think they should do what Pokemon Showdown does and just let you use anything. Fuck it. Do bare minimal balancing and nothing else. Stop removing moves, stop the usual shit. And by the way, Devin successfully got me to rant about it. I know it wasn't his intention, but here I am, balls deep in it as usual. We have to conserve power points as well. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I think I do need to resolve this whole Switch 2 debacle. I'm starting to really think it through, actually. I think I need to. And then once I do that... obviously, I don't need 2 Switch 2s. Well, I could always take 2. Why shouldn't I? No! It was a 5% chance to miss and we landed it? Really? We just started. Wait, hold on a second. Can you do this? Oh my god! This changes everything! Damn, I love it, man. Yeah, I like Terastallization. I don't like the weird hat. Okay, sometimes Rock Pure Gym lends me a hand. Okay, good job. Yeah, I don't like the hat. I get why they did it. I don't like it, though. But I understand. Terrestrialization is actually a very unique and interesting mechanic, just done in a really, really weird and unaesthetic way. But it's actually really good for a lot of Pokemon that would otherwise be not great. Like, Butterfree getting a Gigantamax is cool. Beedrill having a Mega is awesome. You know, like, I can't hate on a lot of that. That's dope. But I think they need to start looking at Flygon. I think there's a lot of things I'd do. I'd give Miltank a fucking Mega... not Miltank, sorry. I'd give Tauros and Miltank a shared pre-evolution. I would. I'd give Kecleon a Mega, honestly, but I don't know what that would do. Like, Bellsprout gets a Mega. Look at this. Here's a Mega Pokemon. Would you believe that Bellsprout of all fucking Pokemon gets a Mega in the future? This is, like, unheard of. Yeah, I think the crystals should, like, levitate around them a little bit. I think that's better than the hat. I could agree to that. I don't really like how they did it, but whatever. Is this the way forward, or is this... Is it? No. Thief? Oh, can you look Thief? Or can you look Thief? Can you learn Thief? Can't speak. Oh. Nope. Well, we have a couple Pokemon able to, but I don't want to teach it to them. Fuck that. Bro, we're in trouble. The problem is that Starmie is just too fast. Okay. Our only hope is to out-level it. And then run in with Metal Claw. Not Metal Claw, sorry, because it resists it. We're gonna have to just YOLO Mega Kick it, I guess. Which is kind of a waste of Mega Kick. And then we'll catch all the legendary birds, because I believe you could catch them before the end game. And we'll just use them to help sweep the Elite Four. I'm lazy, man. I'll be honest, like, I wasn't anticipating playing this, and when they were leaking that this was gonna happen, I was like, oh yeah, we say this every fucking time, man. Oh yeah, of course we're gonna drop Pokemon games. Yeah, obviously, yeah, yeah, totally. And then this is the one time that they did. So the dudes that go online and say, I swear my dad works at Nintendo and they're gonna leak it one day, they were right. So some dude out there is gloating in his massive success that he Hail Married it and the universe answered his call. I ain't even mad at bro. Oh, fuck me. Did I get my accuracy lowered, or was that the 5%? I didn't look, and I'm kind of half paying attention because we're gonna win anyway. It doesn't matter regardless. Yeah, like, you know, certain Pokemon, especially the Gen 1 Pokemon, just get way too much love. I think that Gen 5 Pokemon definitely need to get some love. Gen 6 Pokemon need to get some stuff too. Like, you know, think about all the Pokemon that have multiple Megas. Like, sure, Lucario gets it, but Lucario was the first Pokemon they showed off getting Mega'd. So Lucario has been special since the day it was not even released, because it was an unlockable statue in Pokemon Blue Team Mystery Dungeon. You could unlock a Lucario statue. You could unlock a Lucario, a Munchlax, and I think a Bonsly statue. And at the time, none of those Pokemon were released, at least for like another year or so. And remember, in Pokemon XD, there's a Bonsly that's running around, and at the time, that wasn't even a Pokemon that was available. I think Sudowoodo needs to get a Mega. And I think certain Cantonian Pokemon need to get evolutions. You know, like Mr. Mime and Farfetch'd, and all these other Pokemon that are dead ends, Quillfish, they should get their own non-Hisuian or non-Galarian evolutions. Like, for fuck's sake, dude. Like, could you just throw something together, man? You know someone out there will make it. Just do it and up the base stats. Call it a day. Fuck me. I get why people mod Pokemon games now and they just add evolutions and shit. Like, that's what I do. I just go down the dex list and be like, yeah, you need a Mega, you need an evolution, you need an Evo and a Mega, you need a pre-evolution, you need to share a branch path with this Pokemon, you need to have a Gigantamax, you need to do this. I don't know. I would just go down the list. Now, not every Pokemon needs to evolve. I think Absol is fine. I think Kangaskhan should have a pre-evolution. I'm not gonna lie to you. They should pull a Snorlax on that one. Yeah, catch a sudden case of throat cancer. Yeah, I was stretching. Man, that was good. Ugh. I was in such pain that it came out through my voice. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They also need to change how EVs work. Or they just need to let you buy berries, honestly. I will give ZA that. It is much nicer to level up Pokemon in ZA because they just bukkake you in candies and they give you tons of berries that you can just buy. But look, I have my complaints about ZA. It's not a perfect game. It's just the most playable Pokemon game that they've released in like 10 years. And no, I will not be playing Pokopia. That's not happening. One, because I walk around. Because, fuck. Because it doesn't interest me. And two, because it's a game key card. So I will not be doing that. Excellent. Huh. Okay. Trying to conserve Ember. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we're gonna need Zapdos for, what's the old lady's name? The ice one? Agatha. No. Why did I think Glacia was in this game? Holy shit, my memories are starting to flow together. This is really bad. I think I'm cooked, chat. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Damn. Damn. Bro is putting in crazy work, man. You know this is like a fucked playthrough, right, Charmander? Like, oh my god. I'm sorry I didn't nickname you. We need to fix that. I gotta figure out where the nicknamer is. Should have nicknamed you, given you, you know, power. There's power in names, man. Dude is putting in 110% for a throwaway playthrough on a 20-year-old Pokemon game. Put me in, coach! I really am gonna do this, huh? I mean, we could get all 100 and... Wait, can we get Mew in this game? I forget if you could get Mew. Can you? What are the FireRed, LeafGreen? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get a lot of shit. Speedruns of FireRed, LeafGreen take about 2.5 hours. Yes, they do. So someone within 2 hours was already done with this shit because they know exactly what to do. Pokemon might be one of the most speedrun games next to like Mario Brothers, Mario 64, Ocarina, Super Metroid, GoldenEye. Trying to think of what the other big, you know, games are that people speedrun. Star Fox? No, like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country 2. Whatever they do every year at GDQ. I kind of stopped watching GDQ a long time ago. Why does Team Aura have such Team Rocket have such aura? Sorry, yeah, Team Aura would be crazy, wouldn't it? Minecraft, that's another one. Yeah, I was too busy getting stuck on Nintendo games. That's the problem. That's why I wish they did something with Rainbow Rocket. I will always die on that hill, but I'm not ranting about that. I'm tired, man. Yes, I know the Halo speedrun. Oh, Lord. There's a great video by, I think his name is Frog Archist or someone. He goes into, like, how it's not even a speedrun and the guy just, like, faked it or whatever the whole time. He just fails it. Yeah, no. That's like, it shifted the whole GDQ around, so they introduced a rule specifically to prevent that from happening again. Kind of funny, but also kind of fucked. That's why honesty is just the best policy whenever you want to do anything professional. Should have just been like, listen, man, I'm not that good. I'm not doing it. Like, what good is fame if you embarrass yourself on the national and international stage for the rest of eternity? Like, no one's gonna come up to you in the fucking grocery store and be like, are you the guy that faked a Halo speedrun? But, you know, like, I don't know, it's just not worth it. It's not that, nothing's that serious, you know? But now, imagine being the one dude who's gonna get, like, stupidly good luck in some random run of, like, of Minecraft or something, but because Minecraft has been cheated to hell and back so much, they're gonna look at you and be like, is this legit? Like, you're gonna get once in a human civilization luck. And people are gonna be like, there's no way you did this. Listen, I'm not even gonna pretend to know any skips for Halo, but that's why I would never show up. There's not a single game I play that I could actually speedrun. Not, oh, god damn it. Yeah, basically he just did a full one-sitting playthrough of Halo 1. It's actually really funny. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't watch GDQ. I think I watched it like a couple years ago in like 2017 or something. I forget what I was watching on it. Very nice, thank you. Okay, I'll share. Now, do we get Helix? Oop. I think we make this the face playthrough. We do all the good choices in the game. Yes, we'll take the Helix. Lord Helix shall return, and he takes the dome. Which means that on our LeafGreen playthrough, we have to make sure that we take the dome fossil instead of the Helix. Oh yeah, there's an animation that plays in this game. Hold on, let's see if I can see it. Here you go. If you hold the button for too long, it skips it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I like enjoying my games when I play them, so, like, I could do, like, minor amounts of stuff, but, like, I don't know. All the games I would play would probably be done to death. It's just, you have to learn, like, frame-perfect shit. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, some things I could maybe do frame-perfect, but, like, practicing it over and over is not my idea of fun. I respect that, but it's just not something I personally do. Alright. We're coming up on one of the biggest decisions of the game. Once you jump off this upcoming ledge, you're trapped in the cerulean area. So we need to get Mega Kick. Yes. We're going to teach it to Charmeleon. And we're going to get rid of Scratch. Now we are soulmates in the way of kicking. You should run before you're seen by the deluded nitwit who trains only simple punching over there. Basically, these were all TMs in Gen 1, and they were no longer TMs. So we need to actually gamble to beat Misty, which is going to be very fun. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally suck the joy out of a game I really enjoy playing, because that would totally happen to me. I would just become tired and fatigued. And that's just me. I just know the kind of guy I am. Like, do I want to play the same game over and over, but competitively? Probably not. But you know what? When they do hit it, I respect that, because that's a grind, man. You got to respect someone that can know the craft probably better than the people that coded the game. There's definitely some power in that, and I do respect that. There's no way that's easy or simple to know that much. Oh fuck! I forgot you fight him. I forgot you fight him. I forgot you fight him. I was too busy talking. God damn it. Well, good thing I healed. Let's not YOLO. Let's only YOLO if we have to. We're speed top. Oh no, we're not. He used a priority move. I was gonna say, what the hell? Alright, YOLO. Wow, we hit with -1 accuracy. It's fine. Abra, I don't even think Abra has any real moves at this point. It might have confusion, though. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's why I kind of like Battlefield. Like, some people just get to sit around for 12 hours a day playing the same game. And, like, I don't know, man. It does take the fun out of it when you just want to shoot the shit. And then you have to play against, like, MLGs and Smurfs. So that's why Smurfing is so annoying, because you can't even, like, actually play against people your skill level. So, yeah. The game was impossible to play. As Sniper main, yeah, I don't know. I never could get into Team Fortress 2. That's a very specific type of game. I couldn't do it. Yeah, it's not looking good. If we're having difficulty with Rattata, Pidgeotto, we might be cooked. Guess what? Went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC too. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Oh, he comes back. Feel sorry for you, really. You're always plotting behind me, so I'll give you a little present as a favor. Here you go, the fame checker. Chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. This time I really am gone. He has to be taking the piss, saying it's a chatty gossip. Sniper mains, once you're good enough, you see them, you die. So either avoid their sight line. I mean, that's like a lot of games, isn't it? Huh? Or you do a dedicated team push to kill him one time. Yeah, I'm good. I think that's what happened, is a lot of competitive games became super sweat simulators. I think that's the biggest thing, is they all became hyper competitive. Like, if you remember old COD games, like, yeah, there was game battles and shit, but like, where is it? What the fuck? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, there was game battles and stuff, but it was basically just people throwing shit at the wall and just dicking around. Nowadays, people just look up the meta, they just watch a YouTube video on it. It just sucks. Like, people on Battlefield just heard that the M4 was good, and that's all they run. And so, like, you know, it's not impossible to have fun or do well. It's just annoying when, like, you know someone is just running some fucking default build that they saw on a YouTube video. I don't know, there's definitely something that just takes the fun out from that for me. And like, yeah, I used the AK-5C in Battlefield 4, but I also used a lot of shit. Like, I'll use a lot of different guns in these games. Because if I just use the same gun every day, it just gets boring. Like, I got to like level 60 something on the IAR in Battlefield 6, And I was like, okay, well, I've used this gun, like, you know, for dozens of hours. Maybe it's time to use another gun. You know, maybe I should level up a couple more. And like, yeah, the IAR is just really fucking good in almost every situation. Long range, close range, you know, whatever. But I kind of just want to dick around and use other shit. But now shooters are just like it's all sweat. You don't get to fuck around anymore. Ironically, Battlefield has become less sweaty than Call of Duty. Like, we used to play Search almost every single weekend night. And Search was just dicking around. Just bring out fucking RPGs and RPG dudes across the map. The hell are they gonna do about it? That shit was funny, man. And then they yell at you. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Funny. Couldn't do it today. That's what I keep saying. Like, you couldn't even have a COD game where people use kill streaks anymore. Because the second people get kill streaks, dudes are just pulling out fucking stingers, and that shit's gone. I remember in Black Ops 1, that's when it started. People didn't really use it in Modern Warfare 2 Classic, because you actually had to, like, carry a shotgun. So, like, ironically, Modern Warfare 2 being really imbalanced kind of fixed and balanced it a bit, because no one really wanted to bring any actual weapons, like any stingers. Once they changed that, people just started bringing stingers so they could just shoot people down. I've only had a few games in my life where I enjoy enough to try and be good at. I don't run meta though, so it hits a point where just at an abject disadvantage. Yeah, like you'll play at disadvantage, but you could, you know, I like that in shooters you could still win. You could have better positioning and stuff. But, you know, do you really want to do it against dudes that are like just sitting there all day doing it? Not really. Like, you'll have a dude that's like rank 400 in Battlefield. And like, you know, yeah, I told one of my friends, like, listen, it's not that crazy if you spend, you know, every day or every weekend or whatever since what? October leveling. You know, if you spend 4 or 5 hours at night, by the way, very good actually, that actually was bad luck into good luck. You know, if you spend 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day on Battlefield every single day for multiple months, you could be ranked 500 as well. Like, but that's what I say, like, I don't know, I don't want to sit here and turn this into a Battlefield channel. I don't know. I used to play Battlefield a lot, and now I just don't. And I actually like Battlefield 6. Oh my god. Alright, I don't want to touch this thing because it probably has poison point. What does this have? Rivalry or poison point? Is rivalry even ability at this point? Who knows? I used to get in this argument with my brothers a lot. They have different views on it. They think that if you have a dominant strategy that always works, you should always use it. Yeah, they're meta dudes. It's nice. It's not nice. I think it should be about fun. Like, if you want to play ranked or competitive, sure, fine, but I don't know. That's why I think games should have a ranked mode and they should have a for fun mode. Very nice. Too much. You beat our 5 contest trainers. So what you could do is you could lose to this guy on purpose, basically, and get a ton of nuggets. Non-stop. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Yeah, I know people like that. It just stops being fun playing with them. Yeah, that's the problem, is that for fun mode is just going to become Smurf stomping mode. It sucks. TM45 attract. Okay, well that probably isn't going to help us ever. Do they have Bellsprout on this route? Oh, Lord. I mean, that's what happens in StarCraft. The problem is that there's not, like, a lot of people playing StarCraft 2 anymore. I think that's the biggest problem, is there's just not a lot of people playing it. But back when it was a little bit more popular, you know, you could have people of all skill levels, you could mess around on it and stuff. I don't know, man. Sometimes you are the stomper, sometimes you're going to get stomped, which is fine. I don't think every game should have a hidden MMR, but I also think the reverse is also not a great situation. There's just not really a good way out of it. Something tells me we're not going to get to level 30, by the way. If we actually pull this off, okay, we might be, okay, I think once we go to Bill's house, we could go fight Lieutenant Surge first, actually. So, technically speaking, we could just skip this and go fight Lieutenant Surge, and then come back and defeat Misty. I think you have to defeat Misty to get cut, so you could go, where is it, to Celadon? Something like that? Scary Face, no. Sparrow. Speaking of which, we're basically smurfing our way through this, which I think is really funny. Okay. I think competitive gaming is all to a point where eventually no one will enjoy it. I think that's a lot of games. I think that's why, like, the best and most fun games to play are single-player games. The best and most fun games to play will always be single-player games. Because it's about the experience you have with yourself, not the experience you have to have with other people. I think that goes such a long way. It's so important to understand that. Here's something. Dad took me to a great party. This is our first water type. YOLO. Oh no! Ah! Okay. We're gonna miss our YOLO on Starmie, and that's gonna be the end of the run. We're gonna have to reset. You know it's coming, by the way. My boyfriend is so cool. Yeah, no worries, Devin. I mean, what time is it? 7? I got plenty of time. Yeah. This dude isn't even available till 9:30. Oh, Lord. I mean, we are intentionally fighting every trainer along the way, by the way. Just so we can get all the juicy extra experience. Because you know we're going to need it. I guess I should explain it maybe for anyone who doesn't know. Pokemon trainers give more experience than wild Pokemon, so that's why I'm doing all this battling. Wild Pokemon do not give as much experience as trainers. I think trainers have a boosted multiplier for experience. So that's why. It's also funny because it wasn't until I think Scarlet and Violet, maybe Gen 8, where if you have, like if you just like are in a bad spot, you could hit run and then automatically forfeit. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. In like later Pokemon games, you could just hit run and give up, and then like it actually just takes you back to the Pokemon Center. So like hypothetically, let's say you're in a Pokemon battle where you can't deal any damage. Like, you won't get stuck in, like, a never-ending battle. You could just hit run to get out. And, like, yeah, it'll count as a loss, but it's better to do that than to have to turn the power off. It's rare, but it's not impossible for someone... Is this resisted? No? Oh, I thought fighting resisted steel. My knowledge of these weird matchups is not that ironclad. Pun intended. Very funny, of course. Could know more about Pokemon. You can always know more about Pokemon. Let's bait her out. Thank you. I'm a cool guy. I even got a girlfriend. Is this the boyfriend of the chick over to the left? I wasn't looking. Okay. Wasn't there was definitely a game I used an Ekans in, but I can't remember for the life of me what game it was. It definitely was a playthrough I did, where I used an Arbok. It must have been the LeafGreen playthrough, for sure. Which probably was also a Charmander run as well. Aw, darn. Gorsh. Secret Power. Oh, this move doesn't even exist anymore. Game Freak at their finest. I mean, like, Hidden Power is kind of bullshit, so I'm not super mad about Hidden Power. Ooh. We're gonna get close. We're gonna be like 6 levels away. We're gonna probably hit 29. Maybe after fighting her trainers, we'll hit like 30, maybe. Okay. My friend has made cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. Oddish. Yeah, I think the Squirtle run will be interesting. I haven't done a Bulbasaur run in this game since I was like 10. No, was I 10? 9. Something like that. So that'll be kind of interesting. There is actually a trainer that uses, I think there's a trainer that uses every single starter besides, like, what is it? If you pick... There's an Ivysaur in this game. I don't know if there's a Venusaur in this game, though. So if you pick the certain starter, you don't ever get to see it in the decks. You have to see it some other way. Are you here alone? Routes to Ruins Cape? Well, it should be as a couple. Cape is a famous date spot. Yeah, I think this is a reference to Gen 2, when you could come out here and Misty's on a date and she's like, oh, what the hell? You scared off my date. I'm a Pokemon. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Was that the skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screw up with an experiment. I come out with a Pokemon. Help me out of here. Wait till I get inside the teleport. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. Is this a reference to the Fly, the Cronenberg movie? Now that I think about it, like that movie, this is a nice ending. I owe you one. Said you come to see my Pokemon collection. You didn't? That's a bummer. Here, maybe this'll do. We get an SS ticket. That cruise ship SSN is in Vermilion City. There are lots of trainers on board too. They invite me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dues. Why don't you go instead of me? Go and have a good time. Alright, now we run back. There you go. Stay out. I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? Yeah, I'm an innocent bystander. Now prepare as I attack you. Is this the rocket grunt that moves to... Was it Unova? And he has like a kid? Something like that. It's little things like that that actually kind of establish the Pokemon timeline. Something like that. No, is it Gen 2? It might have been a rocket in Gen 2. I can't really remember. It's one of those. There is a rocket grunt that like says, "Oh, I'll come back. Rocket will live forever" or something. He leaves. I think he retires. He's like, "You know what? Actually, maybe this is bad. I kind of just want to go live a normal life now." And then he's in Unova years later, like with a kid, and he's married, and he's like, "I used to be a part of a criminal syndicate, but then I went on the straight and narrow," or some shit. Kind of wholesome. Return the TM I stole. Okay, I better get moving. Bye! Yeah, we need to get cut so we can break that. But what we can do... We could catch a Meowth for Payday and Thief, but that's work. So we don't have the T, which you only get in Celadon. This was actually the source of a soft lock back in the day. What would happen is that you wouldn't have the T, and you used to buy lemonade, and they used to give it to the guards. But if you didn't have enough money to buy lemonade and you couldn't get a Meowth to use Payday, you would basically soft lock your game and you wouldn't be able to complete it. There you go. Citrus Berry. We might actually need that for a Misty. There are many bugs out here. Oh, of course. Alright. Let me close the window. Because we're not really fighting anyone our level. Yeah, oh no wait, do you need cut to access Lieutenant Surge? Wait, am I fucking up? Does Misty gives you cut, Surge gives you fly, that's what it is. Yeah, oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I've never seen you around. Are you good? You got the good stuff. Oh shit. Here comes this boss battle. This will be not great. Oh my god, he's going for the Super Wombo combo. He's like paralysis into confusion. Well, I didn't win. Oh, this is really not great. Can we like bypass both of these, please? All right, confusion check. All right, and we went through paralysis. Very nice, good job. Dude, Charmeleon putting in 120% effort. With no friendship mechanics either, by the way. Okay. I think you have to fight both of them. No, you have to fight this dude at least. You want to talk to me? Ah, fuck. No! This is so inefficient. Okay. You learned this at 16? Okay. Well, Super Fang is actually better than Hyper Fang, which I think is really funny. We should fight his partner for the experience. All right, let's go into town. Okay. All right, first things first, let's go get the bike voucher. I think it's from in here. I'd share the Pokemon fan club. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. My favorite Rapidash. Yeah, oh, it's awesome. Yeah. Oh, look at the time. I want you to have this. Here we go, the bike voucher. Exchange that for a bicycle free of charge. And my favorite part is that the bike voucher is like worth like what is it, 100,000 or like 1,000,000 Poké Dollars. Yep. I'm a global police agent. Oh shit, this is the fucking police plot line. And then I think Looker would come from that years later. Isn't that kind of fun, actually? They were like setting up stuff. I don't think they knew where they were going with it, but it would become a thing in Platinum, and then Looker gets referenced today. Looker is actually one of my favorite characters. But I don't think he's been seen since Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, so... Okay, there is a rival fight on the SSN though, so that might potentially not be very fun. Thankfully, it's the last time he uses his is it Rattata or does he evolve it? I think it's his Raticate. Okay. I went around the world for these. And that's why, like, the meme is that his Raticate dies and you kill it. One day they'll just have Blue show up for like Mega Raticate and he's gonna pull out his Raticate and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, it's real. It's not dead, it's alive. Ow. Okay. Oh boy, let's get the item. What is it? Brick Break. I'm cruising around the world, my children and I. I always travel Wigglytuff, I never leave home without it. Waiter, I would like a cherry pie, please. I like how everyone on here is affluent and very snooty. It's like, Pop, how dare you barge in? Oh, I need to be using Ember. I'm gonna get poisoned. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, great. Yep. Yep. I knew I was gonna touch this thing and get poisoned. I knew it. I think it only has one Pokemon, though. Well, it can't get poisoned again, so... No, he has two. We're like just on the cusp of being able to one-shot most Pokemon we're fighting. Okay. Okay. Antidote. I wonder if they have super potions at this point. We should be left alone. Get out. Damn. Tired? Yes. Thank you. Let's see. Everyone's looking refreshed and chipper. Yeah, there's always, I think, a cabin that heals you. You just have to find it. I'm a solitary traveler. My soul companions and friends are Pokemon I caught on my journeys. Growlithe. Alright, we do need to catch Pokemon, though, because there's things that you get in this game. You get, I think, the Versus Seeker. You get something really good. I forget what it is. You definitely have to travel. We're 3 for 3 with this, which means we're definitely going to botch it with Misty. Oh, great. Did that other one have Flash Fire? We're 4 for 4. Wow. Wow, that's actually hilarious. Well, if it has Intimidate, it doesn't have Flash Fire, so I guess I could have done either. It doesn't really matter. There you go. Congratulations, Magikarp. I think the bottom deck is completely optional. My Biomachoke is super strong. He has enough strength to move big rocks. Thank you. One super. My Sailor's Pride. Oh, this is, I think, the crew restroom. Duncan! Oh, shit. Stab? Oh my god! Absolutely wild. Shelter? Is Shelter part ice? No. Shelter's water. Does it gain the ice type as Cloyster? I can't remember. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, this is great. Tentacool. Is Tentacool in any Legends game? It might not be. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. Tentacool has, like, good special defense, right? Yeah, that's why it was good in Gen 1. It had high special before they split special attack, special defense. But they still worked off of the same EVs. I guess they're called DVs. I don't guess I know. Oh my god! Peak comedy. It wasn't until Gen 3 that every Pokemon had a completely unique stat for every one of their 6 stats. In Gen 2, they had special do both. And a large part of that was because they wanted compatibility with Gen 1. And they got it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Shit is fire. You know what they say about sailors and battling? No. I feel like there's a dirty joke somewhere in there, too. Alright, YOLO. We're 5 for 5. This is incredibly suspicious. I'm not even gonna risk it on this. This is a KO. Uh-oh. I like feisty kids like you. I don't know if you should be saying that. Are we on the Lolita Express? I'm scared. Gonna go for the stab again. Yeah. Wow, was that a crit? No, that's just straight damage. Yeah, I think stab beats a lot. I was hoping that Horsey had low defense, but I guess not. It's probably not a one-shot from full, though. No, it is. What the hell? I'm wrong. Let's see if it's a range. See Pokemon live deep in deep water. Okay, well, he's never going to tell us what they say about that, I guess. No, that was the last guy. This guy was the feisty kids. Good lord, help me, please. Oh, Sarah's on Pokemon too. I can imagine. It's very weird because a lot of these games are almost like isekai a bit. So, like, they mentioned that Ghastly has enough, like, poisonous gas to choke out an Indian elephant. But, like, there shouldn't be an Indian elephant in Pokemon. That just shouldn't happen. That shouldn't exist. So what they really should change it to is something like Caparajah, which is like an actual elephant Pokemon, because I don't think Donphan would qualify. Especially with the name Caparajah. That kind of makes a little bit more sense. Alright, let's 6 for 6 it, or 5 for 6 it. Let's see. Uh-oh! Alright, DBZ. 6 for 7. Yeah, if I give the Citrus Berry, we probably could defeat Misty at this point. Rest. Hello, stranger. Can't tell if you're from the seas or mountains, but stop and chat. All my Pokemon are from the sea. Yeah, it's 50. 50 on a not very effective, which is not terrible. We definitely will have to get an ice move for Blastoise before we do Erica. Ooh, we might be able to get away with using Metal Claw. It depends on her AI, though. Her AI might tell it to just fight anyway. I don't think she's gonna sit there and recover spam, because that's a losing gambit. Because we're out damaging it. That's a move that's missing from ZA is Rapid Spin. You can't even get rid of like hazards. Do they even have? They have Stealth Rocks in that game, right? I think so. Shelter have high defense, or is it special defense? Can't remember. Is it? No, Shelter has something bad. I think it has high defense. Yeah. Shelter and Tentacool are like opposites, basically. Hey, you're walking the plank if you lose. What the hell? He's like a 10-year-old child. Even as a joke, that's kind of fucked. This isn't a pirate ship. Oh, I knew that was a crit, man. That should have done like 8 damage. Brutal. Okay. We don't have to clear this now, do we? You might have to. No, we do, don't we? Wait, no. You need cut from Misty's gem. Yeah, you kind of have to. I'm Lewader. Le strong silent type. So an odd berry in the trash. Great ball. We're busy or out of the way. So busy I'm getting dizzy. I'm indeed Le Chef. Le main course is prime beefsteak. Okay. Only get to peel onions. You hear about Snorlax as a glutton. No other Pokemon eats and sleeps the way Snorlax can and does. Kill Spuds every day. Alright, so they give you some of the typical berries. I know, like, a lot of this is just actually missable. Like, if you just plow right ahead. She is a luxury liner for trainers of the world. No parties. Captain's a sword master. He's also been using cut. Yeah, they're all trainers up here as well. Like, there's just a ton of trainers on this, and like on a normal playthrough, and probably on the last couple of playthroughs of this I didn't even bother fighting most of them. I probably just skipped it. Because you really don't need to, but because I'm pretty much soloing this, I kind of have no choice. And it also works out. Like, I haven't fought probably most of these in years. Nice, 5%. We've rolled 5% 3 times this stream alone. In case you were wondering how bad my luck is sometimes. Ugh. Let's see. Can you stop? Oh my god. Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, all known returning Pokemon in Wind and Waves. Well, we at least get Tropius, I guess. Tropius, Gloom, which means probably the whole Oddish line. There was Centiskorch in there. There was a lot of, you know, different varieties of stuff. Shouldn't even be a segment about fucking returning Pokemon. Party's over. Let's do a little jig. Let's see. What does Cerebi have up for Wind and Waves? I'm just curious. Obviously, Pikachu, Raichu, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Krabby, Kingler, Tangela, Ladybug, Ladian, Pichu, Blossom, Slugma, Magcargo, Corsola, Talos, Swellow, Wingull, Pelipper, Wailmer, Wailord, Duskull, Dusclops, Tropius, Carnivine, Finneon, Luminion, Tangrowth, Dusknoir, Timpole, Palpitoad, Seismitoad, Frillish, Jellicent, Tynamo, Electric, Electros, Marini, Toxapex, Sandygast, Palossand, I can never say that name correctly, Sizzlipede, and Centiskorch, Nimble, and Low Kicks. Basically, anything that was in the trailer, they just pretty much assume that it's evolutions or pre-evolutions will be in it as well, which is like a fair and safe assumption. New Pokemon? Do we even know? Oh yeah, they showed off the starters. I'm not gonna lie, they look kind of, nah. There's like not even a single one that I feel particularly like interested in. The water Pokemon quite literally just looks like that other water Pokemon from Gen 8 that I don't remember the name of. Again. These are, and they say that starter Pokemon get the most attention and the most time put into them, and I mean, like, maybe they do. I'm not gonna say that they're... There you go. See, he's talking about Snorlax. They're all mentioning Snorlax, basically. But, like, oh my god, this is the first time I looked at all the starters and was like, I don't even know who the fuck I'm gonna pick. I don't even care. Can't even pretend to pick, like the bunny. Rabbit, what is it? All the Gen 8 starters are fucking stupid. I don't really care. Cinderace. I couldn't even pretend like I was interested in like that, you know? What was it, 7 for 8? Eight for 9? And I'm gonna go fight Misty and immediately get my shit pushed in. That's why I just think, like, it's not even that Pokemon is not, it doesn't do it for me anymore. I really hate that argument, like, oh, well, you're just older, it doesn't do it for you. No, I just think that they don't really put in the same level of effort like they used to. I mean, you don't have to really think that, it's obvious. Like, that's I think, the biggest problem. Like, we just aren't playing with the same full deck we would have played with, like, 10, 15 years ago. Because, like, I think a lot of games are still really good. There's plenty of games I think that are above. Okay, this thing might have static, so I'm not hitting it physically. Oh boy. I haven't been on Cerebi in ages, by the way. Do they even have any info about FireRed, LeafGreen? Do I have to go all the way back to Gen 10? Have they updated the page? Yeah, they did. It's on Nintendo Switch. Anything new for Switch? Originals information? Version exclusive. Anything for the new game or no? Yeah, Nintendo Switch. So this game came out September 9th, 2004 in the US. It actually came out like a month after its 22nd anniversary. Stardust. At least in Japan. Seen some Pokemon ferry people across the water. Small trees can be chopped down. Yeah, basically you have to give Pokemon cut. Remember they gave it to the Eevee and the Pikachu in Let's Go. They were like, okay, well, you can do it. And that's how they got around teaching HMs. Alright, if he has Intimidate, that means he doesn't have Flash Fire. But let's YOLO it. 9 for 10. For 11, and it was a crit. We're gonna immediately get another battle. There's no double battles in this game at all. They wanted it to more or less be like a straight rip, so there's no more double battles. I do kind of wish there were double battles again, though. Double battles really only work in turn-based, probably, though. Like, I like Legends, but I don't think that you could really have double battles in Legends. Like, that should be something that you actually do have, like, different game modes, different battle types. So, like, you could do the Legends shit, and then you could also go back, like, okay, well, let's do normal battles. That would be pretty fire. Never, ever. I think the Safari Zone is awesome. I wish we could go there again. We got a Safari Zone, okay. People get seasick. Okay, that's it. We've done every trainer on the SSN. I mean, we could try Misty, I guess. Okay, let's heal here. Actually, no, we could try the rival battle here. I lied. Yeah, it did not save that fast in the original. Were you really invited? How's your Pokedex come? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Yeah, I'm bungling this. I am doing terribly. But that's intentional, so... Alright, here's like the start of the moment of truth. What was that, 11 for 12? And it's a one-shot. Basically, if we don't miss, we're not in any real danger. Flamethrower. Do I even need smoke screen at this point? I'm gonna keep 2 fire moves so I could have stab, basically. We have a weaker move. Probably get rid of it for wing attack in a little bit. And we're definitely keeping whatever else. Because it only has 15 power points, so we don't want to blow that too much. Burn it. Kill it. Critical hit! Super dead! Oh yeah. Put that one for the highlight reel. It's going to be beautiful. I don't know why the image glitched out. Whatever. For no reason. 12 for 13. Now we're way over odds for this, by the way. It's supposed to be 75%. We're basically something like 90% accuracy with this. Higher than... Oh, Lord. Heard there was a cut master on board. It was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yep, it'll be handy. You should go see him too. Yep. We haven't even fought Misty, so... Feel hideous, seasick. There you go. Rub, rub, rub. can have this hidden machine. Alright, so once you get cut, the SSN is set to leave. However, if you black out, I think it doesn't leave. I don't think you can escape rope off of it anymore, can you? Yeah, no, you can't. I think maybe in the original you could. So once you leave, once you have cut, that's it. You can never come back on the SSN. There it goes. Which also means I don't think you can ever go back. Yeah. There's a way to surf and get Mew under the Pokeball, or the truck that they say had Mew under the thing. I know we have to fight her. There's a way to do that. I think you have to not let it leave and then surf to the right, and then you're able to get to it. But I don't know how. It's just a lava cookie. It's more of an Easter egg because that was like an early internet rumor that you could do that. It wasn't very serious. Okay, very nice. Alright, let's go all the way back, because we can't access Lieutenant Surge without beating Misty. There's actually more trainers we could fight if we were to go east, I think, but there's not really much of a point. I'm not doing that. Fuck it. This is so not gonna work. I'm first up, let's do it. At this point, let's see. Like, let's use this to test. Oh, here it goes. Told you. We come in here, all of a sudden we got a miss. 12 or 14. Ridiculous. Now we start to miss. Wow. Shelter. One shot. Man, I miss old games where you could just get away with only using your starter exactly like this. What, you? Misty won't have to be bothered. That's probably one of my favorite things. Like, you could just solo the entire game with basically like 1 or 2 Pokemon, at most. Because you have to do a double battle, I think a couple of times in Ruby and Sapphire. You're forced to. Damn, I was hoping it was a roll. Alright, I mean, we could try. I'll even give myself the citrus berry, I guess. Let's try without using the citrus berry first. Alright, we'll try with no item, just as we were. See if it's possible, reasonably. I'm not gonna sit here and roll until we fucking get a lucky miss or some shit. I'm not doing all that. That's too much effort. You're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What's your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Yeah, she gets a special theme. All the gym leaders do when they say their, like, catchphrase. Staryu. What about Flamethrower? Still a one-shot. Alright, it's definitely not going to be a one-shot on Starmie, though. Let's see what happens. It's definitely not a one-shot. That would be insane. Maybe we didn't even need Mega Kick. Yeah, it's a two-shot. Water Pulse. Yeah, Stab Water Pulse is kind of scary. Look at this. After all that, we actually could still lose. Do we hit through it? Thank you. Alright, Misty done. Wall destroyed. You're too much. It's all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. You can now use cut anytime, cut down small trees. You get on my favorite TM, Water Pulse. He's on an aquatic Pokemon. Alright, let's get the bike. What the hell is this? Too much time, too little to do. Is nothing entertaining happening anywhere anymore? A bike voucher, here you go. I don't usually use the bike in this game, but I can. I think it's better to have the Versus Seeker, especially if you're farming, because running is usually more than enough, but whatever, we can use the bike. Especially since it's not glitchy and slow like Gens 1 and 2, it actually works well. Good lord, that scared me. Alright, we're not gonna go east. Let's go south. Okay. Hopefully by the time we run around a whole bunch, we can come back and get it. It'll be basically ready to become a Gyarados. People often lose things in the darkness. Okay. I mean, if we're not... Let's defeat Lieutenant Surge before we evolve. Because we're just going to gain a weakness when we evolve. So let's beat him now. Okay. Nope, only trash. Nope, only trash. Nope, only trash. Nope. Nope, nope. You know, let's fight the... If I fight the trainers, I'm going to evolve. This might not be the smartest thing to do, actually. Fuck. We might be able to play around that weakness, though, and just use Flamethrower. Surprised me. Bodied. Dude, what the fuck is going on upstairs? Scare me, man. Like I'm having a jump scare every couple seconds. fight the boomer. Ah, shit. What was it, Magnemite? Oh yeah, this is one of the few Pokemon that got changed. Magnemite is a Steel type in this game, unlike the original, so it is actually weak to Fire. There's very few edits done to the base game outside of like abilities and the berry system being overhauled, and I guess held items. I guess there are some major ones, but a lot of the major ones were exempted because they wanted it to be a very pure and original, very pure to and true to the original game. So Magnemite being a Steel type is completely unique. In fact, there's not actually a lot of Steel types until the Hoenn games. They just didn't add them. There's not a lot. Thank you. All right, good. We didn't level up. Perfect. Now we can do the puzzle. Can you save scum the puzzle? Nope. Nope. Hey, there's a switch. I think you could save scum this. I'm pretty sure you can. That's really funny, actually. That's the recap. There you go. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, not with your puny power. Electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zap my enemies into paralysis, the same as I'll do to you. Bro is taking out his PTSD on 10-year-olds. The Kanto gym leaders are all kind of fucked, actually. The Johto gym leaders are much more chill. Like, Faulkner is just passionate about flying types. Bugsy is young, passionate about bug types. Whitney is just a crybaby. Claire's a bitch. Jasmine is just passionate about all Pokemon. He has 3 Pokemon? Oh shit. Why do I think he only has 2? Maybe that's in yellow. He might only have a Raichu. Morty is pretty cool. I'm trying to think. Are there any Johto gym leaders besides Claire that are like objectively weird? Claire just has an ego problem. Price? Nah, Price is chill. Chuck is chill. Yeah, no. I don't think any of them do. It's kind of funny how that worked out, huh? Charizard. Wing attack. Sure, I guess we could get rid of Mega Kick. I mean, I don't know. Ember's not terrible. Because what does Mega Kick give us? Just YOLO power? I guess we get rid of Ember. Because it's going to be a pain to get. Yeah, we'll get rid of Ember. Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon's speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly lightning quick anytime, kid. You're special. Take this. Shockwave. Teach to an electric Pokemon. Okay. Awakening. Yeah, we can't go any further this way, right? What's coming up is Rock Tunnel, and we need Flash, but I don't really remember where you get Flash from. Yeah, where do you get Flash from? There might be a Professor Oak aid somewhere that gives it. I should probably just look it up because I don't remember. Let's see. Flash is Route 2. Well, that's okay. We could get back there now, actually. We can. We just have to run through Diglett Cave, which means we have to get harassed by Diglets. That's a surprise. Diglett dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City. Unfortunately, yeah, this'll happen. You can actually get a really high Dug Trio, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna need a Fall Swiper. And no, you don't need Flash, but I'm not walking in the dark. This is why Flash is one of the first HMs to get, I mean, for lack of a better word, cut. Because, like, what does it really add? This is annoying. Like, Rock Smash could, in theory, be a good move. It just has terrible attack power. Cut could also be a good move. It just has terrible attack power. It's 50 base power. Rock Smash is dog shit. That's why they buffed it to be 40 base power. Because even 20 is just too little. It's just not even worth considering at 20. But even 40 is kind of low. I would genuinely put Rock Smash at like 60, 65. Because when you consider Waterfall and Surf have 80 and 95, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just complete outclassing of Rock, all these other ones. But I don't even think Rock Smash was an HM until Gen 3, right? You could do it in Gen 2, but I can't remember if Gen 1 even had Rock Smash. I think Gen 1 only had 6 HMs. 5, maybe? I don't remember. Critical. Very nice. Inside Rock Tumble, it's pitch black and scary in there. If I can get a Pokemon to use Flash and light it up. Yes. And that's what we come back here for. I think there's a rest house somewhere on this route. Yes. You are the Mr. Mime guy. Okay, yeah, that's fair. You have to catch an Abra. Yeah, there's a rest house on this route. Here we go. More Professor Oak's aids. If you have data on 10 species. Oh, fuck. Okay, we've caught or owned at least 10. Thank you. We have exactly 10. That's really funny, actually. Thank you, Paris. Once Pokemon learns Flash, you can get through Rock Tunnel. Ether. Paralyze Heal. Yeah, and there might be something down here. Alright, let's see if we can restore the Helix Fossil now. I'm pretty sure we can. So let's do this. Don't you share that cry with a Pokemon, Paris? I can't put my name on it. What Pokemon shares that cry? It's definitely a water type. You have to have the item finder to find this? Yeah, and what you can do is you can actually hear cries from Pokemon on the route. Little neat little thing, even though it sounded like it came from the right for some reason. Okay. There you go. Need to share a secret. I think this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. My colleagues just ignore what I have to say, so I have a favor to ask. Is examined at the Pokemon lab somewhere. Oh yeah, we have to wait till Cinnabar. Sorry, it's not here. Like a Jurassic Park reference. There's a surprising amount of movie references in this, huh? Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way we go back too much, does it? No, actually, I lied. I'm gonna use the fucking repels. I'm not doing 1,000 encounters. Let's get out of here. Yeah, you know, there's always the caveat that if you use repels, you might not see a shiny. I don't think there's a single shiny Pokemon in this game that's... If we were gonna see it, you know, it would be meant to be, right? Like, we don't have to sit here and wonder, well, if I didn't do it, it would happen. Yeah, no, if it was meant to be, it would happen anyway. Not doing all that shit. Also, this is an old game, so every time a repel wears off, we're gonna have to reapply it. Like, actually enter the bag and do it. I don't think it was until... Yep. This is why normal repels suck. They're so bad. The most cost-efficient repel is the super repel. I don't think they ever buffed max repel. Probably have to use one more to get out of here. Oh, wait. Nope. It's gonna wear off like right after this, though. Yep. All right. They still have the gambling minigame in this? Because that's like one of the things that got them in trouble with the European Union. They used to have like weird, like flipping minigames and stuff, like with the game corner. I guess the caveat is that this is just a port of an old game. It's not a new game, technically. I don't know. They might just... That might get edited for EU. Yeah, Bellsprout getting a Mega is so crazy, man. It gives a whole new twist on Sprout Tower, honestly. Imagine going back to Sprout Tower now and they know that Victory Bell gets a Mega. Whole new twist. Okay, we'll take the bait. Aerial Ace. Good shot. This is good because now we have Stab. Okay, let me do this. Yeah, I wonder how far we could get doing this. I mean, we're not going to have fun with Lorelei, are we? Lorelei is not going to be great. I think we're going to have to catch the legendary birds. We're going to have to catch Zapdos. For sure. At the minimum, we have to catch Zapdos. And I guess we have to catch all of them. Because you could do that before the end of the game, for sure. Unless there's some way to get Thunder Punch on Charizard before the end of the game, which I don't think is possible. I think that's a island thing. There's no way to do that. There's definitely a move tutor that teaches it. I just don't know where he is anymore. It feels like it's something on one of the islands. There you go. Who's that walking there with those good-looking Pokemon? Are you flirting with me? What the hell is that? That's fucking weird. Intimidate, so no Flash Fire. Maybe Growlithe didn't have Flash Fire in Gen 3. Or it's possible that just every single AI trainer has Intimidate. Purely for difficulty reasons. Yeah, here we go. So this is where you would see Charmander, if you hadn't already. And there you go. That's where you would see Charmander. Beedrill. Yeah, we're gonna get walled pretty hard because we're not gonna be able to get the item finder, which is gonna deny us leftovers. And probably the experience share. That would be pretty bad. We do need to get the experience share, so maybe I do need to try to get that and at the bare minimum. One ether. What's even on this route? Let's see. Spearow. Dude, how the hell am I supposed to catch this? We'll worry about it. That's a problem for future me. I'm not even gonna bother. Alrighty, what do we have over here? And all this wraps around a rock tunnel. This is like one of the longest stretches of the game. Like, you could go down the southeastern Kanto route or down, you know, cycling path, but this is definitely this feels like the longest because there's just so many trainers and so many ways, like so many battles you have to sit through. This definitely feels like the longest. Absolutely. Venonat, that's a new one. Alright, that was a fun cameo. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so basically you do all this to go to Lavender. You go down the western route, and the western route has an underground road that takes you to Celadon, which is where you get the tea from the top of the building, and then that opens up Saffron. Even though I don't even think you can challenge Sabrina right away. You might be able to, it's just not worth it. And then that allows you to finally like really get around Kanto. Then you either go down Cycler's Path or the southeastern route to get to Fuchsia, where you can get the Warden's Teeth. And then you could get Surf also from the Safari Zone, which then allows you to go out to Cinnabar, which then allows you to defeat Blaine. I forget what it lets you do after that. And then Blaine, after you defeat all other gym leaders, Giovanni will appear in Viridian City. And then that's the end of the game, pretty much. You fight Rival 6, you get through Victory Road, you fight the Elite Four, and then you fight Rival 7, which is the final rival. But before that, we do have to go up to the top of the tower, so that way we have to get the Sylph Scope, so we could put Marowak's mother to rest. Sorry, Cubone's mother to rest. In a fight where you can't catch it, which is actually kind of depressing. Namely because Marowak's one of my favorite Pokemon. Oh, I'm getting DM'd. What's going on? Okay. Alright. See if this dude joins. If not, that's fine. You can... Oh my god! He scares the shit out of me, dude!
I just watched one of our friends play Resident Evil Requiem a little.
Mine hasn't arrived, so I won't be playing it today. Pray for tomorrow. That's why I was like, what else are we gonna play tonight?
I mean, I did suggest it.
Yeah, Spice Marine isn't bad. I don't know, is it too soon after Space Marine 1, though?
No, we literally just played KOTOR.
Yeah, but, you know, that was only like a month or so ago.
Yeah, but KOTOR was something we had to delay for God knows how long.
Well, that's also my fault, because some days I just wasn't motivated to record. That is on me. So we could do Spice Marine, or we can do, I kind of want to play Dante's Inferno. But I guess the counterpoint to that is I definitely can't upload it to YouTube, and I have no idea where I would upload Dante's Inferno. So I guess it just will remain unknown. Yeah, like, I guess we'll do Spice Marine if nothing else, right? There's a single player for it, right?
Yeah, we could do co-op. Oh, wait, what are you playing it on?
PS5. Isn't there crossplay?
Yeah,
yeah, you told me there's crossplay. That's the whole reason I bought it on PS5, was because you told me there's crossplay. If there suddenly isn't crossplay, I'm gonna be like, well, that's the end of that. I guess we wait for the Steam sale. What level is this, Spearow? I'm playing, Pokemon.
It's been enough days. But after, we're watching Gundam.
Oh, Lord. This dude...
Also, did you see Wind and Waves, by the way?
Of course, dude, yeah, I'm playing Pokemon right now.
What did you think of the starters?
What do you think I thought? I want you to, okay, let's test how well you know me. What do you think I thought about the starters?
Did you think they looked stupid?
I don't know. Did I? What was my exact thought process, Max? Censored, of course, because we're on stream.
I don't know. How lazy can they get?
Yeah, you're like 8. That's like an 85. Yeah, I'll give you that. He's pretty close.
I played what? What was it? Violet. I chose what was it? Sprigatito as my starter.
Good lord. Ugh.
What's wrong with Sprigatito? What?
I'm sorry. Stupid fucking cat, grass cat, weed cat. No, I'm alright, bro. Are you gonna try, you have a Switch? Are you gonna try out FireRed and LeafGreen, dude?
I don't know.
I'm
And
like halfway
apparently
through the game right now, actually.
another Pokemon game is coming in 2026.
Yeah, what, Pokopia? Sleep? Champions? No, I'm good, bro.
No, what was it?
I'm supposed to give you a reward. The Everstone, that's okay, we don't care. I don't need the Everstone. The Everstone is actually like kind of a waste, and it's fine. Did I tell you what my new project is, Max?
What?
I'm gonna create a living dex in Gen 1 in FireRed LeafGreen. It's happening.
Duncan is testing a new 48-ounce drink bucket in select location.
What the fuck is Dunkin'?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, okay.
Also, Blue Point actually pitched the Bloodborne remake.
Yeah, FromSoft said no. So it's not Sony's fault, it's FromSoft's fault. So let's get the record straight, guys. They wanted to do it, Sony was obviously down for more money, and FromSoft said, nah, we're not doing it. So that's the end of that. They just don't want to do it. There will never be a Bloodborne port, probably for like another 20 years. It's over, dude. Pack it up. It's done. Isn't that kind of funny? After all these times, these dudes were like, yeah, man, it's totally gonna happen. Yeah, Sony's got their back against the wall. They're gonna release all the games we ever wanted. Yeah, anyway, how's that copium? How's that huffing going right now? And look, I'm not happy that people didn't get what they wanted. I'm just saying, like, it's just not happening, dude. Sony will force them when they really need money. Right now, they don't really need money. So you're never gonna see it. Oh, here we go. It's a fucking furry.
Warner Bros. Discovery has agreed to a deal with Paramount Skydance.
It's over. Yeah, did you hear Netflix tried to buy it and they blocked it, or they didn't offer enough?
Oh boy.
We're gonna have such megacorps, dude. We're gonna be living in Deus Ex timeline soon. Does Aerial Ace have the same power as Wing Attack? I think they're both 60. It's just Aerial Ace can't miss. Aerial Ace is better, but it's like, is it worth you blowing the TM on a Pokemon that has the same base power? Because I don't want to give Charizard Fly. I'm not going to do that. Nope. I draw illustrations of Pokemon when I'm home. Yeah? Anyone scared or brave enough to ask what kind of illustrations? You want to open that fucking cursed door that you'll never be able to shut again? Nope. What's this? Okay. X attack. Okay. One revive, which is good. Yeah, I think it was in the Hoenn games that they gave you a circle if you use flash, so you didn't see the whole screen. Did they change that for this version, or was it always like this in FireRed LeafGreen, where it just lightens up the entire screen? I think that's closer to what the Johto games did. I don't know, I can't remember what Emerald does specifically. Because Flash is just like kind of a stupid fucking one. Here we go, Bulbasaur, by the way.
Oh, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness comes to Nintendo.
But no
GameCube,
Coliseum.
Nintendo Classic Collection.
No Coliseum, which is the most wild fucking shit possible. They released the sequel before the original. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hello, Charmander. Again. I don't know what's going on over there at Nintendo. That Pokemon Direct was kind of fucking weak. And look, I'm not saying it has to be 40 minutes of brand new non-stop games. And like, yeah, obviously asking and hoping for ZA DLC was kind of a huge Halo reach. But like, there's not going to be a new Pokemon game for another year, right? Till 2027, probably mid to late 2027, we'll get Wind and Waves or whatever. So like, at this point, you might as well just fucking double down on ZA. You're not going to have anything else anyway. You might as well just fucking drop something. But, okay, they're not doing that. Fine. Okay, more Pokopia, which is a game key card, so I don't really care. Right? Maybe someone will. I won't. Pokemon Sleep, don't care. Pokemon Champions, I would care if it didn't... If it had everything, I would probably care way more. But they're gonna gate shit out. Mega Garchomp Z we already knew about. That got data mined weeks ago. And look, I'm not trying to completely poo-poo it, but like, what really happened today that we didn't know? Nothing. Not a single announcement. Besides, I guess, XD getting a re-release. Which is kind of useless because they didn't even release Coliseum. So the Coliseum playthrough is actually still on, by the way. I'll probably play that one more time then. Fuck it, why not? Just for the hell of it. That's a high level, yeah. Where's the hiker who has the self-destructing Geodudes? Is he still in this game? He has to be, right? I really would like to finish fucking Dante's Inferno, but I just don't know where I'd upload it. It sucks. I'm actually genuinely curious about that game, and now that I have working PS3 controllers, it's the first game on my mind. I'm like, oh shit, wouldn't it be cool to actually play that shit? Sucks. And they were gonna make 2 more games. Everyone knows Dante's Inferno, and nobody knows Paradiso and Purgatorio. Pain. Is this the guy that explodes constantly? Probably not. Not level 19.
Ooh.
Good.
Sometimes I tend to forget about how Sour Patch Kids are hot.
Bro, really eating like... Okay, well, you know what? I take that back. Man, if I'm eating candy, I don't want something weird tasting. No, I want something sweet.
Well, yeah, they're sour, then they start tasting sweet.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Is that the commercial actually? Sour, sweet? What was
the...
Okay, I kind of remember it now. What was the Sprite commercial? Lime, lemon, lemon. Oh, man. If I could just watch like a couple hours of 2000s TV again, man, I would be so happy. Nowadays, you pop on TV, man, it fucking sucks. I have to wait till we get Ultra Balls to catch any of this bullshit. Maybe I'm lost in here. I think that's why they made the escape rope a key item in Gen 8. But Gen 8 doesn't feature any, like, labyrinths or cave systems or anything. It's all straightforward and linear. So it actually is all kind of pointless. Escape rope should have been a key item a long time ago. And that way you don't have to buy it. Back when you actually could get stuck or lost in some of these caves. And I actually kind of miss that about Pokemon games. Like, actually exploring, like, deep structures. And, like, imagine Mystery Dungeon, but in a mainline Pokemon game. That could be kind of fun.
There's talk, apparently, of another Devil May Cry game.
I mean, there should be. What the hell?
Yeah, but 5 was supposed to be the end-all, be-all.
Bro, when will you learn? End-all, be-all doesn't mean anything when there's money to be made, Max. That's why everybody comes back. Oh, I mean, no, episode 6 is the
Bandai
end.
Namco could release the Dynasty Warrior Gundam games at this point.
Or they'd rather just probably make a new one. And plus, I don't think Namco needs to worry. They have probably billions of dollars of Elden Ring money that they're still sitting on. Now, let's just be completely honest here. Bandai might be in one of the best positions next to Nintendo in the East. Because they basically didn't do any of this stupid bullshit that plagued every other fucking company. Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully Resident Evil will come tomorrow. If Resident Evil arrives tomorrow, it's overriding whatever. That's kind of why I don't want to do Space Marine. I kind of want to do something that's more throwaway, just in case we don't get back to it for like a month or something. Not that
No, we can. Space Marine can be throwaway. I don't mind.
No, I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be throwaway though. That's the thing. You know, like I don't want to start a playthrough and then be like, oh well, Resident Evil showed up. Goodbye. Because that's how KOTOR pretty much got shit canned. We started KOTOR in fucking June. We didn't finish it till what, January? Like 2 weeks ago or some shit?
You could record Battlefield, dumbassery.
Nah, I'm not doing multiplayer. I'd rather do single player. Well, I mean, we could brainstorm. There's a lot. Oh, nothing there. Nothing there.
Increased. Resident Evil Requiem offers you the ability to change camera perspective.
I'm doing third person, man.
It's recommended to use first person
For
as
grace.
grace.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'll probably use third person. I know for Leon, it's just gonna be... Like, I like how Leon gets revealed, and it just becomes a Leon game with the fucking side character.
Yeah, I know. I think it's better for third person as Leon, because this dude just...
This dude is just having an action game. He's just John Wick, dude. He's just old John Wick. You still have your Switch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Resident Evil needs to ask my age, huh? Funny.
You know, that's my favorite thing about Persona, is they have that whole, like, you understand this is a fictitious game and everything inside of it is a fake game, right? Like, none of this is real, right? No one's actually playing to, like, assassinate National Diet members or some shit. What is this, Rock Slide?
Nobody's planning to, like, steal the hearts of, like...
Yeah, none of this is real. No one's trying to fuck with, like, the Prime Minister. It's all just a fictitious game. And basically, they give you, like, a fake contract saying, if you play this game, you acknowledge everything in it is fake. You are not gonna fucking go run around like, can you believe Atlas wants to... Because you know someone will, man.
Honestly, I've probably seen... If I look on Reddit right now, I could probably see a long-ass Reddit thread of... And we talked about this. Whether or not dropping side 6 or side 7 on Earth was justified.
Anyway, Reddit, people go on Reddit just to post. There's archetypes to Reddit posts. My least favorite Reddit posts are the fucking... By the way, this is the self-destruct hiker.
I love how you took the stance of it's not justified because of all the innocent people that they decided to drop it on.
Yeah, like, fuck that. Like, the EarthGov is EarthGov in like every universe is always just shitty. I think the only one where it isn't is like Mass Effect. And even then, I just don't think we know enough about it to really make a clean judgment call about it. I don't know.
Prioritize quality, prioritize performance.
Performance. I don't even know why they give you that fucking option, bro. Like, yeah, I understand. Just default it to performance. There's never going to be a single day in my life where I'm going to be like, you know, I'll take a lower frame rate if it looks nicer. Why the fuck not? That sounds like a good idea. But seriously, what year is it? We have a new Resident Evil and a new Pokemon in the same year? Is it 2004 or is it 2026? Bro is a Pokemaniac with only one Pokemon. 3 of the same Pokemon. Slowpoke. It's actually funny because I did a real playthrough of FireRed years ago, and we're basically just like super speed running the fuck out of this with one Pokemon. It's actually just faster to not use any other Pokemon. And we did all the extra battles. We added like an hour onto this just by doing extra battles. I think that's pretty funny, actually. We just go a little bit out of our way and we could just fold Misty in half with a Charizard. And basically after this we fight Erica. Erica's weak to us, so Erica's completely fucking free. Useless move in a single fight. Okay. Very nice. Follow me. We fight, trying to think, who else do we fight? We're gonna fight, who's the 5th gym leader? Koga? Koga's kind of whatever. We'll be neutral to Koga. Blaine is kind of whatever. We're gonna be neutral. If we could find Earthquake, that would be really good, but I actually don't know if we'll be able to get that. Earthquake would be really helpful, actually. Against a lot of things. It gives us really good coverage, but I don't know where it is. I don't think Earthquake is, I don't think it's a Game Corner TM. Sadly, that is the only thing we won't be able to do, is we won't be able to really get a lot of Pokemon out the Game Corner. Normally what I do for that is either Game Shark it, just to save time, or, you know, just fight. There's like one rich dude on, I think, 4 or 5 island, where you could just run around, recharge the Versus Seeker, and then battle him over and over and over again, and he just dumps money on you, basically. You use Amulet Coin, you use all the stuff, and then you get a ton of money from it, and then just go redeem it for coins, because I don't play that shit, man. No one does that shit. Even when it was new, no one did that. They really code all these stupid mini games in Pokemon just for literally no one to use them. That's pretty funny. Yeah, how many people you know used honey trees? I might be the only asshole in the world to use honey trees. That isn't like a super, I don't know, I guess I don't even think I'm super hardcore at Pokemon either. I kind of just play it.
Oh shit, so you can do standard classic or standard modern. Autosaves during Grace's gameplay are limited and ink ribbons are required to save.
This really is going to be 2 different fucking games glued together, huh?
They had to go all out for this one.
That's what they say every big game, dude. Man, they went all out. Cerulean, Lavender Town. Did we go up? Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Did we? We did, right? Yeah, we did, okay. Yeah, Rock Tunnel's linear, but it's got big areas, so if you don't have Flash, it's very easy to get, like, lost. And I think my favorite part is you exit out of Rock Tunnel and there's immediately more trainers. So like you could be on your last legs and then run into these dudes and be like, oh shit, well I might actually faint. And by the way, if you faint, you're going all the way back through Rock Tunnel. Even though Lavender Town is just up ahead. Have we seen a Pidgeotto yet? Yeah, we have. Blue has one. Green has one. I didn't name them correctly. Yeah, if we could get like Earthquake, that would be really good. Whoops. Where is Earthquake? Viridian Gym. Yeah, we're not gonna have it. We're fucked. It's Giovanni's TM. What about Steel Wing? Wait, where's Steel Wing? Safari Zone? Okay, Steel Wing might be worth the investment over Metal Claw. What is it? 70 base power with 90 accuracy? I don't know, Metal Claw is what? 65 with 95 base accuracy? It's kind of an upgrade. It kind of makes it worth it.
This Ashcroft.
Bro, don't tell me dialogue.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying her name. But apparently, there isn't a copy available of Resident Evil Outbreak.
Oh, I have Resident Evil Outbreak. But you have to buy the fucking. You have to buy the fucking original version, which is expensive.
That shit's gonna be hard to get now.
Yeah, now, yeah, after they announced it. Good thing I bought all that shit years ago. Could you imagine if I waited till now? You'd just be shit out of luck. Okay. Hi, kid. Want to see my Pokemon? He opens his trench coat. But basically, once you get Surf, that's when they kind of open up the game a lot. You basically need Surf and Strength to get through most things in this game. That's kind of how it works out. Thank you. Is there a move tutor in this game? Trainer Tower, Game Corner, Trainer Card, Time-based events, move tutors. Like, is there a move tutor that teaches Thunder Punch? I think so, right? Swords Dance on Sevi Island, Body Slam. Explosion, really? Double Edge, Metronome. Maybe there isn't. Maybe that's only Emerald, and I'm misremembering. I actually think it's probably better to only have like a handful of Pokemon in a Pokemon playthrough. I think the more you spread your team out, the worse it gets in these older ones. Because we're level 42 with Charizard, and we're just one-shotting everything, because at this point, we just have too high of stats. Like, we're just outspeeding and just one-shotting everything. So, I don't know, like, if I were to spread this out, we'd probably just be getting Charizard right about now, and, like, we'd have a couple other Pokemon at, like, level 20. Obviously, since I've done a more normal playthrough of this back in the day, it's, you know, probably something like that happened. That's why I'm not, like, a huge fan of that. Alright, well, there's no point in us going into Pokemon Tower because we have to come back later anyway. So the only thing I will do is I will buy some Great Balls. I'll buy some Super Potions. Buy some Revives. And we'll buy some Super Repels, which are absolutely worth the money. Very nice. Volunteer Pokemon House. Yeah, so that Lavender Town is just kind of like... We're just walking right by it, man. This was whatever. It kind of just exists for now. What? Oh, thank God that missed. Okay, that does nothing in single battles. I don't even know why they let AI Clefairy have that.
Train this one to go to work and then you tag me about the freaking God of War thing.
Yeah, fuck that. It doesn't even look the worst. I just think that I'm kind of just jaded by a lot of these fucking adaptations at this point.
I think Atreus actually looks good in the live action.
I think they did the best they could.
Somewhat.
I don't know. Like Last of Us should be an easy movie to cast for because it's very, very, you know, realistic. So it should be an easy movie, all things considered, to cast for.
Instead, we get Bella Ramsey as Ellie.
Yeah, and then the other lady who actually looks like Ellie as Abby, which makes no fucking sense. And then they run into my favorite part, I'll always say this, is the normies who never played the game but watched the show had the exact same complaint that everyone who played the game had. It's so funny to see like a completely separate audience of people that are completely disconnected from internet discourse saying the exact same shit, thus validating the internet discourse. You know, like I get so sick of people saying, well, it's the internet, it doesn't matter, and then literally getting proven wrong by it. Like that's one of my least favorite things that people use to like say nothing matters. Oh, well, it's just the internet, nothing matters. You know, it's like, and this is kind of infamous a little bit. It's like when fucking Dave Chappelle was like, Twitter, you know, Twitter doesn't matter. And then some dude tries to axe him over Twitter shit. I mean, they jumped the shit out of him. Thankfully, he didn't have an actual gun, but like, you know, like, I guess it does kind of matter, huh?
The guy who animated Fate Zero, Sword Art, One Punch Man, Steins Gate, the movie, Code Geass, Jormungand, and Space Dandy died.
No, fucking no. Why'd you have to? I was hoping something good was coming at the end of that. There was nothing good at the end of that. Bro really just said, I have bad news, homie. All those classic anime you like? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, can you believe it's been like a year and a half since I watched fucking Code Geass? That's actually wild. Where has the last year gone? Seriously. Is this their first double battle? Alright, well, we're bypassing them because I don't want to fight a double battle with only one usable Pokemon. We're basically just throwing away time. I need to move Wing Attack, by the way. I mean, if you wanted my review about this, it's the same game you would have played 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't think that makes it bad. I just think, like, is it cool because of the nostalgia? Yeah, I mean, like, Pokemon can kind of get away with being a nostalgia farm. That's why I have to do all these weird Pokemon challenges, because that's how I stimulate my cognitive. Like that's the only way I could really get away with playing it now, and it just doesn't feel like I'm just pushing buttons just to do things. Is like I'll do these weird like collections and shit. I do enjoy it. Like, I always wanted to do full Pokemon streams, and then Gen 8 happened, and it just sucked. Like, all my love for Pokemon just got sucked out of my body. That's genuinely... I was thinking about, like, all the breeding and stuff I was gonna do. And, yeah, that was gone, so... I don't really want to do another Star Wars game tonight, so I guess that is fair. I feel like after both KOTOR games and The Force Unleashed and Lego Star Wars, I feel like I can't play another Star Wars game for sure. Like, what are some other games that we said we were going to play besides the Yakuza series? Technically High on Life. I don't know if I'm making that a stream playthrough or not, though. Maybe I should make it a stream playthrough. I'll probably get it done sooner. Narg is gonna love that shit, by the way. Literally Reddit the game.
Hey, I'm a knife. Use me to stab people.
Oh my god.
Stab.
Awful.
Stab.
That, like, observational millennial humor is so fucking awful.
Every time you pull the knife out, it's just, who we stabbing? Who we stabbing? Let's do it.
You played it? Of course you played it. That was a dumb question.
I have to finish it.
You don't have to. It sounds awful. You're probably better off for not doing it.
Each of the weapons have this weird dialogue whenever you equip them.
Actually, let's bring up a good point. What evolution are we getting in this game? Because technically we're going to get Lapras, and we're also going to get Jolteon. Sorry, and Zapdos.
One of the guns would just be like, come on. Slap that ammo in me. Come on.
Why is this so sexual? Awful. Come on, I know you want to do it. Come on, you're going to hurt me, big boy?
And sometimes the knife will be like, yo, let's fucking stab somebody. Come on. And then it bleeps out the cursor like, let's fucking bleep.
Well, I don't think you bleeped it correctly, Max.
Come on. Let's bleep. Stab him. Come on.
See, that's why I know it'll be funny, because, like, I like silly... I don't know. Fuck. Never mind. I don't have a smile on my face. You heard nothing. You ever play a Sonic game, Max?
I have to go back to finish Sonic Frontiers. And I do have Sonic X Shadows Generations.
Yeah, but are you like a Sonic fan?
I played Sonic Racing.
It's over.
I played
You ever
Shadow
play
the
Adventure
Hedgehog.
2? Oh, that was one of the games you told me you played that I fucking lost my mind over. That was one. You had a GameCube, right?
I had an Xbox. I think it was one of the third games I got on Xbox.
Man, I remember playing that game and having my brain taken for a twist, dude.
I'm like, who the fuck is Shadow?
Oh, he didn't play Adventure 2, dude. The space
Disgusting
colony.
black creature.
Oh my god. That's like, I genuinely want them to remake that game, but I also understand that there's no good way out. They either censor that line and then people complain that they censored it and they shouldn't have, or they don't and people complain that the game is racist. There's just no way out, and I just think they'd rather not touch it, bro.
They switch that dialogue. It's gonna be like them switching out whenever Leon's like,
women. Yeah, he says it once, women. Oh, I see the president outfitted his daughter with ballistics. Gone. I mean, Leon at least does a semi-appropriate story of my life, but, you know, I was playing Infamous 2, and Cole says the same shit. Like, two of the female characters are arguing. He turns around, he's like, "Ugh, women." He has to side with one of them. I was like, bro, what? That's how I knew I was playing a game made pre-2016. That shit it's sobering, actually, to play a game that's that old. It's funny, too, honestly. Oh, Lord, just flamethrower it. Fuck. Can't even get into Saffron anyway, so we have to go across. Good times. Remember when they said that they were going to announce the next Jedi game in like a week?
No, they didn't.
Shocking. Absolutely no one but Kaya, dude. There you go. Straight to Celadon. Only benefit of the bike is that you don't have to hold B. I'm just like,
Kaya, stop moving.
I heard a sleepy Pokemon appeared on near Celadon City. Alright, it's funny because in Gen 2, this is the only route where you can find Houndour, which despite being a new Pokemon, is only found in Kanto. Make it make sense. I think I could catch it with a Great Ball. Nope. Alright, we're done. Nope. Thank you. Exit stage left. Nope, we're done catching Pokemon. That's a wrap. I mean, here's the real dilemma, especially since we will get another fire type in Moltres, we will get another water type in Lapras, and we could have Articuno probably learn a water move, and we're gonna get Zapdos. Like, what evolution could we really even get? I don't even know. Technically, we're not gonna need Surf before Silphco though, so I don't even know. Jolteon, Vaporeon's not a bad choice, and it has like good stats. I mean, if nothing else, we could just get the free Eevee. Okay, I know with the World of Pokemon, like your Game Boy Advance. Yeah, what's one of those? Very nice, Eevee. Remember, unfortunately, there's no Umbreon. If Umbreon or Espeon existed in this game, I would just turn it into one of those. But there's no way to do it, so we can do it. That would be the first, like, I wouldn't even bother with the traditional evolutions. For that exact reason. Let's just do Erica's gym. They changed this dude's dialogue? This gym is great, it's full of women! Nope. They did not change it. I should tell you about this gym. Only real ladies are allowed in here, and they just have some perv outside the window. Oh, I didn't heal. I mean, I think it's funny I'm at full health and I didn't even heal. Did I really go down that whole route and take no damage whatsoever? Alright, here we go. Weeping Bell. And it's still a one-shot. Yeah, and also, the higher evolved a Pokemon is, the more experience it gives. So that's why we want to do all this stuff. We're just going to fight every trainer that we can. It just makes the most sense. We get the most experience, right? Charizard like level 60 by the time we fight Giovanni. See, I'm thinking that it's going to be harder for Venusaur because the endgame doesn't really scale for Venusaur very well. Like, Venusaur is going to struggle a lot because it's slow, grass, obviously, grass's ass, poison doesn't really help it very well, not a great move pool. I think Blastoise will be just fine. Charizard's obviously just the number one. I don't think anything's going to be faster than Charizard. Even with the disadvantage of me, like, having to, you know, dick around, talk, whatever, I think that Charizard's just going to be faster than everything else. Because once you get over the Misty Wall, you pretty much don't have another wall until what? Giovanni? Weren't you peeking in here earlier? No, that guy is still outside peeking, girl. He's still perving. Maybe it's no trainer uses Venusaur. I think that's what it is. So if you pick Charizard, I don't think you ever see Venusaur in the game. Yeah, because here's Venusaur, or here's Ivysaur, and there was Bulbasaur. I don't think anyone uses Venusaur. I think there's a trainer that has an over-leveled Ivysaur that could have evolved, and she just hasn't have it evolve, so you never see it. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll beat Erica, which is like just under the halfway point of the game, and then we'll stop. And then maybe I'll continue this on Sunday, or I could continue this late night on like Tuesday or Thursday, especially since Crash is pretty much done. So maybe I'll play this next Thursday, we'll keep going, we'll pretty much try to finish the game by the end of the week. Tomorrow I'm going to play, I think I said Assassin's Creed. I could delay it and play this more just to beat it, but I don't know. Look, it's not super big. I've only done like 2 or 3 playthroughs of this. I think 2 for the channel and tons before that. Pleased to meet you. My hobby is Pokemon training. Yeah, we're gonna go into this fight with less than what I would like, but it's whatever. Wow, that's it. Especially since Erica's gym is so nice, because basically we can fight in any order, right? And you can skip as much as you want, and minimum you have to do what, like two battles, maybe 3. So with Blastoise, we can actually put off Erica's gym until like the end of the game, basically, because you could do the middle gyms in any order you want. I think the only caveat is you have to do Koga's gym before you do Blaine's gym, because I believe Koga gives you the ability to surf. So that's the only caveat, but the middle 4 gym leaders can be done in any order you see fit. So for example, if you want to go in and you want to fight, you want to go after Misty, you could do Surge, Erica, Sabrina, and Koga in any order. And then Koga just has to come before Blaine. And then out, like, so you could literally save Lieutenant Surge for number 7 if you really want to. There's not really any benefit, and you know, you're gonna miss out on Fly, but whatever, who cares about fucking Fly at this point? It's too late for me, Mickey. I'm cooked. Alright, we're hoping we can use the remaining flamethrowers to just beat her easily. By the way, my alarm's about to go off for co-op time, which is Star Wars noises. some point. It's gonna happen. We don't like bug or fire type Pokemon in here. Yep. I was looking. Okay. How many Pokemon does she have? I think I have 7. I don't think Erica has more than 4. I'm hoping I one-shot every single one of Erica's Pokemon and I outspeed them, because I might be in trouble if I don't. I'll have to use, like, Mega Kick. Yeah, because I have 6, and there's no way Erica has more than 5 Pokemon. And there's no way any of them resist fire types, or even if it hits neutrally. That would be pretty funny and also pretty fucked at the exact same time. Okay. Lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name is Erica. I'm the leader of Celadon Gym. I'm a student of the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are solely of the grass type. I'm sorry, I had no idea that you wish to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Hey look, a Pokemon she could Mega Evolve in the future. Peak. Tangela. Oh, she only has 3 Pokemon? Okay, we're good. What's her last Pokemon? It's gotta be some ace. What is her last... What is it? Vileplume? Yes, okay. Done. Packed them up. Rip Bozo. Allows Pokemon to use strength in and out of battle. Please take this with you. Giga Drain. Half the damage it inflicts is drained to heal your Pokemon. It's a wonderful move, my lady. Alright. Unfortunately, Giga Drain will pretty much help no one on our team at all. No one on our team can even use it. When we play with Venusaur, Giga Drain's probably going to be one of our better moves. But for right now, it's going to be pretty bad, all things considered. Okay. Protein. We're not going to care about fixing stats in this game. Thirsty, I want something to drink. Rooftop square vending machines. What's the TM floor? Let's see. There you go. Mail. Well, at least we could buy the evolutionary stones. I'm trying to think, what's even a Pokemon that we could catch that would use it? I mean, like, yeah, we have an Eevee, but Vaporeon would be what? Just good with ice? I'm thinking Vaporeon, because pretty much any Pokemon that's weak to electricity coming up. No, but... because we're going to have to fight Lorelei, and we are going to have coverage for that. Yeah, I think Vaporeon's probably the better bet, because we could really get through Lance using Ice Beam and shit. Because no matter what we do, we're going to have to go out of our way, because I'm not using X items to bypass most of this. Unfortunately, that's the one foible of using a Charizard run, is Squirtle just I'm gonna teach you a good move. Counter? No. Okay. Alright, I guess there's no TM corner up there. Alright, let's go to the top. We'll get the drink. Man, I'm never going to get to use Polytoad in the game again, huh? Is this the Game Freak office? I'm the graphic artist, I drew you. Is that right? I'm the game designer. Filling up your Pokedex is tough, but don't quit. When you finish, come tell me. I sure hope it only counts the base game Pokedex, because otherwise you're screwed. But yeah, that's an Easter egg they like to put in every Pokemon game. You can find the actual Game Freak, well, not the actual, but the Game Freak development office. Just a little something you could hop in and grab. Does this lady not appear until you do something else? Or is she in a separate house? I forget where she is. She might be in one of the gates. No, here we go. Should spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead. Yeah, because you could soft lock yourself back in the day. They made sure that you could not soft lock yourself. They made it a key item as opposed to an item you must buy. Very smart. I like that. Get around the fact that you could be soft locked. I think in Pokemon Yellow, if you have not enough money to enter the Safari Zone and you just keep trying, eventually the guy is just like, okay, fine, I'll let you in. But he gives you no Pokeballs. So you just, or he gives you one, I think, so it doesn't insta-kick you out. The whole point is that you could get to the end and then you don't have to worry about like being locked out of the game. There you go. I could have this drink. Very nice. You can go on through. I'll show this to you with the other guards. Alright, now we're in Saffron. You get Psychic at this point? Yes. This attack may lower the target's special stats. So at this point, we pretty much have opened up most of Kanto, which is kind of nice. There is the Silphco takeover, which I guess we won't do now. It's a little bit over-leveled. But what we need to do is we need to go through Celadon Game Corner. That's the number one thing we need to do now. But like I said, I'm done, so we're going to stop here. I'm grinding this poster. Go away or else. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. We'll save at the entrance. And then we'll resume this next time. Okay. I better tell the boss. And he phases into a fucking wall. There were no stairs there just a few minutes ago. Alright. Alright, very nice. Alright. I want to thank everyone who showed up to the stream. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, what was it, Warlord. Thanks, Viv. Did Narg even show up? I don't even think so. Okay, perfect. All right, shout out to Devin. Much appreciated. I hope you all have a good evening. I'm going to chill, get some water, then we're going to go record. All right, sounds good. Sounds great. We appreciate. We'll probably play this next Thursday. I don't really want to play this that often, considering that it's a game I've already done multiple playthroughs on. There's not really anything new that we're going to do here that we couldn't have done months ago.